Can't do that.
Okay, when my shoes on,
Be like Chris, leave him at home.
Right. Man, I'm telling you.
Did Rock call you?
No, I talked to him, but I talked to him. He said he was up. Hey, we live. We live.
Check to see how the volume is too.
Shalom.
Shalom.
First, most want to give all praise honors to
Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahushua, Ba'ashim, Kakudash.
The bonus to the apostle, elder, great minister, torture through the spirit, peace and much love in the sight of Israel. Are you so-called Negroes that you didn't make just the Bible? High time we got to seek. See 2020 prophecy. All right, yeah, that's what we have y'all Ba'ashim Shine, Ba'ashim Kakudash, let's be it. I would have brushed myself, signify ones coming out here another week, prophesying. You know, brothers know what's going on upwards of the people, the fighting. You know what I'm saying? Esau fighting Esau. You know, Esau's in the midst of the rioting. All these scenes going on. It's all the prophecy of the Lord. Jake Newton, you know, Jake being a nigga doing what he's supposed to. That's why people, they're supposed to riot. They're supposed to be bringing out that warrior spirit to Esau, man. That's their job. But as us men of the Lord, we're not going to do that. Our job is to prophesy and teach the word. All right, we're always all work for our card. But to the people, they were created to be cardinal, right?
They go on this side.
That's what y'all was saying. You taught that. Told us those things, you know. So go ahead.
Like turn.
No, let me get
turn
that.
This way.
Yeah, okay. Let me get that part.
What?
Go ahead. Talk about that.
but turn that way, though. You know what I mean?
The second address 16. The second address 16:1. Woe be unto thee, Babylon and Assyria. Woe be unto thee, Egypt and Syria. Gird up yourselves with
Gird
up yourself with clothes of satin and hair your children, and be sorry for your destruction is at hand.
Is that so? America, the destruction is at hand. All right, the destruction of America is soon to come.
Come.
All right, and when I was living in the beginning of the destruction of America, it's going to start in the in-house. It's going to be in-house war before the outside.
Come.
All right, and the outside is what, Russia, Iran, China. All right, the in-house war is between these people. You know, so the so-called Negro fighting against so-called white man, the white man fighting against his own system. This is the beginning of the foundation. When the Lord is talking about the foundation of America being broken.
That's right.
People. Because at the end of the day, a nation is people for its place. The people make up America. So when the people are fighting against each other, what's going to happen? The system's going to crumble. And the most out did that, right? This already was prophetic that was going to happen. Go ahead.
Hey, this is second address 16:3. A sword is set up you, and who may turn it back?
Yeah, a sword is set up to America, who shall turn it back? Go ahead.
A fire is set among you, and who may quench it?
Yep.
Plagues are set unto you, and what is he that may drive them away?
Yes, who can drive the plagues of the Heavenly Father at the end of the day? Go ahead.
May any man drive away an hungry lion in the wood, or may anyone quench the fire and stumble when it hath begun to burn?
Yes, so America already began to burn. That's what Yahweh said. He said, "What will I if the earth already be killing in fire?" Because the world already going to be in a tribulation before the Lord comes back. It's already going to be hell breaking loose before the Lord even comes back. That's why the Lord said, "What will I if the earth already be going through some shit?" You know, it's already going to be on fire. The earth is already going to be burned the hell up. All right, you got niggas burn some and over there in Minneapolis, like they said. Yeah, Minneapolis burned down shit down there, man. LA, you know what I'm saying? Chicago, and you little bit of shit happened down here. They burned down the courthouse. So, yeah.
Ohio, Los Angeles, all these places.
Because that's the spirit of Yahweh Shadi has out here. Or he has that spirit of racial tension.
May one turn again the arrow that is shot of a strong archer. The mighty Lord sendeth the plagues, and who is he that can drive them away? A fire shall go forth from his wrath, and who is he that may quench it? He shall cast lightnings, and who shall not fear? He shall thunder, and who shall not be afraid? The Lord shall threaten, and who shall not be utterly beaten?
To how that's what's that straight. See, how did the Lord threaten? He threatened through the prophets of the man and Luke. That's not just no word. We're threatening. At the end of the day, we're threatening America. Verbally. You know, we're speaking. We're telling you that that's going to be destroyed. And we're telling some white man you're going to captivity for the wicked that you did against the 2,000 of our people.
That's right.
You know, your ass going to serve slavery, man. Right? Go ahead.
And too, it's starting to be physical.
Yeah, it's starting to get physical.
And that threat to get physical,
Exactly.
and the Lord is using his own.
Exactly.
Pull that out.
No, I feel that too.
The Lord shall threaten, and who shall not be utterly beaten to powder at his presence.
Yeah, because those chariots are going to have a laser beam. They're coming upon us, but they're going to beat you to the powder, right? Go ahead.
The earth quaketh, and the foundation thereof, the sea ariseth up with waves from the deep, and the waves of it are troubled, and the fishes thereof also before the Lord, and before the glory of his power. For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. His arrow that he shooteth are sharp.
Yeah, the nuclear missiles that's coming. All right, because at the end of the day, World War III so happened. We can't forget that Russia stopped using the U.S. dollar. You know, those things are still going on. You know, Russia, Iran, you know, that's still war. There's still war happening outside of it, inside of America. That's why Job 18 chapter says it's going to be trouble on every side. See, Esau's fight, he's going to have trouble in his own house and also in other nations. nation. You know? Go ahead.
And shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world.
Yup.
Behold, the plagues are set and shall not return again until they come upon the earth. The fire is kindled and shall not be put out till it consume the foundation of the earth.
That's what this place will be consumed in fire. America, this how they was burning shit up. Now, I can never say the damn state right. I can't say that. Yeah, I can never say the name right. But like, you know, how they got shit burned down up in there. Hey, that whole bitch gonna be burned up in America, man. You know, this whole place gonna be burnt on fire by World War III, which is to come, and that's the prophecy of the scriptures. Like, we live in a time of all false belief. Race rising, race with you know, the family, the pestilence, all this shit, the market, all this shit is happening in the most.
That's right.
Hey, you know what other things that like that don't stop. Because just like that precinct, you know, when they burned up the first night they burned that precinct up in Minneapolis, man, they burnt that bitch right on down. I mean, they burnt that bitch down. Hey, didn't no fire truck, they couldn't put it out. So you can't, you know what I mean? That's you know, on the physical sense. You know what I'm saying? What you gonna do?
Especially there's gonna be no firemen to put out America when it's burning.
They went, matter of fact, they said that they was trying to push the firemen in and different shit. They couldn't get them in the first time because Jake and all the everybody else stopping them and shit. They said they beat up a couple firemen. A couple EMS workers tried to get them. Hey, you know what that made me think of too, right? So what's that movie? Bird, yeah.
Like, hey, you know, Simpsons. They got a video on there on the Simpsons.
Yeah. I bet they
Yeah, they done made it up.
You know, Esau knows his part.
Yeah, he knows the program.
2 Ezra 16 and 15. The fire is kindled and shall not be put out till it consumes the foundation of the earth. Like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer returneth not backward, even so the plagues that shall be set upon the earth shall not return again. Woe is me, who will deliver me in those days?
Yes, as we said, who will deliver me in those days? Because the time that we live in is a bad time. Like Daniel 12 chapter said, Jeremiah 30. You know, this is the time we live at the end of the world. Right? The end of the age, we go back to the end of the world means the end of the age. Right? We live in the age of this so-called white man system. And it's burning within itself. Go ahead.
The beginning of sorrow and great mourning.
Yeah, the beginning of sorrows and great mourning. You know? Sorrows is coming. Go ahead.
And great mourning. The beginning of famine and great death.
Yeah, great famine and great death. What's going to happen when the martial law is in? When it's actually already happening. So what's going to happen when they start really being visible? You know, what's up when martial law happens? You know, when it gets implemented out here on these niggas. This is how it happened in 78. Going back to the 13, 14, right? In a time of Alexander, you know, in that time we would be able to do the persecuted back in that day. Where the Zechariah rose up and Esau started slaying by the millions. Millions of Israelites were being slain in the time of Rome. So the same is happening now in this day. Go ahead.
The beginning of wars.
Hey, it's like, hey, what a Nero. How did Nero? And this is another thing I ain't trying to go back and look on Nero. Nero, he was like one of the heads of Rome. What did he do to get his people to go to war? What did he do to get his people to go to war with the Israelites? He burned their fucking city down there, and then he blamed it on the Israelites.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So you could be like Nero, you know. Hey, this is what this is like. So you start burning shit down, you know, war ensues.
Exactly.
You know?
So all this is Rome. This is all in 70 AD happening all over. You know? Because they about to get fucked up out here, man. You know, hey, the Lord about to let Esau loose on your ass. Because at the end of the day, you niggas sleeping. You don't regard the best of the heavenly Father. You don't regard the prophet. You don't believe people saying it's true. But now you niggas out here rioting, looting, you know, doing nigga shit at the end of the day, which is supposed to do. You gonna be destroying that shit. The Most High sent you to be destroying shit. That's why the Lord said there be vessels before destruction. That's to deliver our people. They're here to do making everyone in the mess. Because across the Lord, we're not meant to do that. That's not our program. We're programmed to preach and prophesy. But the rest of our people, they're supposed to go do that shit, man. That's their job, is to go out there
in it, you look like, oh, this is shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you know, I got some shit, I built some shit up. Everything here is beautiful and shit. But they don't know this very thing is gonna destroy you. Hey man, this is your very cat. You know what I mean? Like everything is to be built and constructed. Hey, you get in the car, man. Hey, you roll and hit some shit. Hey, that's your very cat. That bitch will blow up on you, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a fucking death trap. Hey, America is a death trap for Esau. He didn't even know it. And actually, he had the Israelites to build this bitch. And we really built it for him. It's his own trap.
His own trap.
Look, 2nd Ezra 16 and 18. The beginning of sorrow and great mourning, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand and fear, the beginning of evil, what shall I do when these evils shall come?
It's that what should we do when those evils come, which we're living in right now. You know, the power shall be afraid. You know, because like I said, you still don't have to worry about. Hey man, right now these elites they have to worry about other nations. Now they have to worry about their own people destroying their own shit, man. So now the powers are still in great fear. Go ahead.
Behold, famine and plagues, tribulation and anguish are set as scourges for amendment.
Exactly. And two, I mentioned the point where it said war. Because at the end of the day, Jake is going through a war right now with this all, man. Hey, Jake is warring with the police, man. Jake is warring with the system. You know? So this is probably the Lord said there should be war. There should be great wars going on. Alright, go ahead.
Behold, famine and plagues, tribulation and anguish are set as scourges for amendments, but for all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness.
Yeah, so for all these things, they're not going to turn from their wickedness. So at the end of the day, hey, Jake ain't going to turn back to the laws of the Most High.
Still smell it.
Hey, Jake still blowing dope, man. Niggas still blowing that wickedness.
Right.
You know? So at the end of the day, that's what our people, that's why our people, they're going to die. They're set up for this exact purpose to go ride and go. The Most High sent them to do that, man. That's the job. You know? Go ahead.
Nor be also mindful of the scourges.
Yeah, they're not even mindful of the shit that they go through. Go ahead.
Behold, victuals shall be so good, cheap upon earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case. And even then shall evil grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion.
Yeah, great confusion. Hey, well, yesterday had great confusion. When all the riots was going on, that shit was great confusion. Go ahead.
For many of them that dwell upon earth shall perish of famine, and the others that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy.
It's like so them that escape the hunger. Hey, the sword will kill you. You know, like I said, it's gonna be loot, robbing, killing, stealing, all that. You know, hey man, you have to worry about everybody in that day. You know, so when martial law come down, it's gonna be some serious shit, man. Jiggle, hey, our people gonna get fucked up, man. Coming up soon, because Trump even said it. He said he wants to start shooting. He said he ain't put order up, start killing them. The looters start killing them. And this is the so-called president you niggas love, man. He wants you dead. So now we didn't know this nigga Caesar through the spirit. Because he wants you Israelites dead, man.
Nah, Hockey gave us $1,200, huh? You know? Yeah, I said gonna tell you, you know, like what would that nigga do with the that game banging nigga? Y'all see him? He had the AK-47. Don't fuck with my president.
Oh, that weird.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he put an order out to kill you.
Right, that very
Because martial law is implemented in the hood, in the ghetto.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be honest. You're not gonna see how much martial law troops go around the goddamn suburbs, man. For what?
Right. That's why the Bible says you won't be able to go in the city.
Yeah, see, because the suburbs gonna be ain't gonna be no damn martial law troops going up and down the suburbs. All up in the inner cities, right? All up in Chicago, Detroit, all up in the hoods in LA, all up in them damn areas, all up in Baltimore, grabbing you niggas up, killing you. You know what I'm saying? Apprehending you, taking you actually in the concentration camps, man. That's what's gonna happen. Because at the minute, it's gonna be so much. Hey, he's talking about, hey man, get these niggas out of here. But ain't true. But you don't see, hey man, Esau be just out there, and Esau just said, Jake, he's gonna be free, saying Esau out there looting. And Esau knows that at the end of the day, it's not really our problem. I'm just out here looting everybody else.
Right.
You know? So the Esau's taking advantage of the fact that two niggas are going through a lifetime crisis. They getting free shit off of you. Because they know it ain't at the end of the day, it ain't gonna be on you. Martial law ain't gonna get input on them. It's gonna be on Jake. That's gonna build these so-called black men in America.
Hey, really, because when you think when they start putting the bullet holes in your ass, that's why I tell them, you know, they go like you said, they go back across the street. You know what I'm saying? They get stuck. So then, the marshals who take no follow them back. They gonna stay right where they at.
Then what?
But don't think Jake, you know, they don't live in the suburbs, they ain't got no senses on them either, though.
Right, yeah. You know, but you get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but
yeah.
we're saying the heavy side of them gonna
Heavy
be here.
side, yeah.
They're gonna be in the inner city. You know, so of course they gonna know what they can do.
Yeah. I was when National Guard was over in the project. Out of all places they could have went to,
Right, you go to the project. Right, you go to the worst spots.
Because Esau knows that he actually destroyed the children of Israel. He knows that shit. But only Jake in his right mind, you know, he'll see, you know, Esau riding with him. Ain't all white people. Once these niggas start coming with real bullets, start blasting niggas, you gonna look at yourself. All you gonna see is people that look like you.
Yep.
All you gonna see is you gonna see the tribes. You gonna see this carpet out of motherfucker. Hey, it's already locked up. Get out to this camp. Hey, they the first ones in that bitch. Yeah, you gonna look up there because I was watching the Netflix show. Man, they got gas over in Arizona. Arizona is called Chile, Arizona.
Yeah.
Over in Chile, Arizona. Man, it's a damn desert out that bitch.
Right, ain't nothing there.
Ain't nothing there. It's just dirt and everything. Gas is basically off the damn grid.
Yeah, he ain't even.
You know, the so-called nigga Curtis got fucked up so bad, and he off the grid. You gotta go hella miles to go find them. So when we rest two tribes, and you gonna all gonna be a lot of fuck up together, man. And you gonna look around, oh shit, hey man, this nigga was the devil. It's gonna be too late at that point. You already locked up, you probably already took the shit. You know what I'm saying? You probably already whatever the hell that happens. Because you gonna see this car, you gonna see some Dominicans up in there, man. You gonna see the whole fam up in that motherfucker. You ain't gonna see that many Edomites. And if you do, they might be Jake. You know? If you do see Edomites, probably gonna be some rebels up in there, you know what I'm saying, that's voting against system. Because in the day, Esau has his own agenda. Esau
stuck in it.
And then, yeah, exactly. Because Esau's problem isn't Black Lives Matter. His problem, he don't like his fucking government system. You know, he was going for because he feel like a hierarchy. You know what I'm saying? Every own nation has their own agenda right out there riding. It's not because you niggas. Esau ain't worried about why Jake going through their problems. They're like, man, look, we going through problems as well. We don't like the way that the Democrat and the Republicans work. We don't like the way that the system is set up. All right, we want a different system. We want a change. For their nation, not for you. But Jake don't see that.
Yeah, who they always use for?
Jake. They always use Jake.
They always use Jake.
Because Jake is a forefront of everything. Because now the blame won't be on Esau. It ain't gonna come on Esau. It's gonna come on you. Because the world sees what you do. The world doesn't see what Esau does, man. The world puts a blind eye to this shit. So right, man. Like this how they put that out there. Esau, their hockey team lose. They'll go out and fucking riot. But nobody speaks about that.
And when they win,
they win, they'll go riot. You know, they'll fuck the whole world up. Right. You know, it's kids having fun. It's only different things. But now Jake does it. It's black extremists. It's that they're thugs. They're killers. All this shit. But it's because we're getting killed by you. Right? But that's the problem. And that's how we know that at the end of the day they fear us. You know what I'm saying? They're scared of the things that we can do. Because look what Jake did. Hey man, Jake fucked that shit up, man. Within 2 days, man, that place was getting burnt the hell up. You know? Go ahead.
Hey, let me get this. I got a big precept right quick. Hey, this is Isaiah.
Hey, get that.
13.
Put the camera on that. Fucking Jake, man, with Edomite, man.
Oh yeah, that's the spirit now.
Yeah, man, Jake with Edomite, man.
You probably can't see it off the truck.
Man, Jake with the Edomite, man. Like he said, and that's all people's problem. You know what I'm saying? Always with them oppression.
Gotta be on point, bro.
Hey, man, see, that's the problem, man. Our people my people love this damn country, man.
Nashville, Broadway.
Yeah, man, we ain't worried about the church, bro. Them niggas gonna fulfill their purpose as being the rebels and destroy shit. Our job is to preach the word and be peaceful. You know what I'm saying? That's our job. Until the house comes back, then we gonna get busy.
Hey, check see if we still rolling.
But if you ain't in your elect, nigga, you don't matter. You know, it ain't about the whole nation. This whole nation ain't gonna hear the words of the Lord. And the whole nation ain't hearing Moses. And that's when Moses broke through the Red Sea. We ain't breaking no damn Red Sea.
Hold it.
And we out just speaking.
You know what I'm saying?
We we are just teaching the word. You ain't gonna hear us. And Lord even said it. These niggas is hard-headed.
Turn it, hold it.
They don't give a fuck what we say. You know? We can tell they're gonna die tomorrow. They're not gonna believe it until it happens tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's
You know what I'm saying? Don't let it drop me.
So why are we concerned about 2/3?
So is the battery. I mean.
Why are we telling 2/3
Just
don't
hold
go
it.
out and riot? Don't
All
go
right.
out and fulfill your purpose, man.
When you turn.
Don't go out and fulfill
Okay.
prophecy. That's their job.
You know, you gotta be
Our
calm,
job is to
you gotta
preach
be
the
on
word and
point,
prophesy, man. And be those peacemakers of the Heavenly Father. That's it. Until the Lord gives us the spiritual power to be physical. Go ahead.
Hold on, wait, I got a quick precept. All right, this is Isaiah 13 and 13. Isaiah 13 and 13. Therefore, I will shake the heavens, and the earth shall remove out of her place. In the wrath of the Lord Yahweh of armies of hosts, and in the day of his fierce anger.
Exactly. The day is how it's like back. The nuclear missiles and the host of heaven gonna come. The angels, we gonna be there. See, that's what we gonna get physical. When the Lord gets, that's why we say, wait up on the Lord. He's talking about the elect. See, Zephaniah 3 and 8 is talking about us. It ain't talking about 2/3, man. These niggas ain't gonna listen. You know, so why are brothers putting a video saying don't riot, don't go out there and do it, man.
You gotta fight.
That's going off. The other thing is prophecy in the Bible that 2/3 of people gonna go fulfill that purpose. That's their job, man.
Right, that's just like telling us not to come out here and
And
teach.
preach the word.
Right. You can't tell us to go out and go ride. We doing it right now, really. At the end of the day, we ride for how about Shema Shah.
That's right.
And we want everybody to get out here and get busy.
Exactly.
Because hey, we out here teaching, getting busy. Everybody got their hand to do. Everybody got a job to do.
Exactly.
So do your fucking job. Huh? You know what I'm saying?
Everybody got
You
their-
gotta fight the system, man.
Hey, Jake got a role to play in this movie. We got our role as prophesying teachers. Now for us, we ain't going out. We're not on our side. We're not promoting about it.
Just the way we do it.
But on this, because we got to do the script.
Right.
We can't get 2/3 of our script.
That's it.
We got to give them niggas this.
Right.
And this script is the people. This script is to go out there and fulfill that prophecy and move right. Our script is to preach the word and be peaceful. Take our side, give us that okay to put our hands on these niggas.
That's right.
And if it ain't that, it don't matter. So brothers saying that, stop saying that shit, man.
Yeah, come.
Stop saying that shit. Because now you trying to stop prophecy of the Lord. Do you want to be here or something? You want to stay in this bitch?
Go ahead, man. Go ahead, y'all go ahead.
This is second address.
Hold on. I got it. This is Ecclesiasticus 39. Ecclesiasticus 39 and 28. There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on a sore stroke.
Exactly. So Jacob is in his spirit. He's Jacob's furious because why another so-called black man got killed by the hand of the police. So now these niggas, their spirit created for vengeance, like the Bible said. See, there's two parts of the scriptures. You got a peace sign, also the violence. You can't just get one part. That's why Paul said, I show it to you to preach you the whole gospel, not one piece of it.
In the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them.
Exactly. So the Most High had Jake do that, man. See who made Jake? Who put Jake in that spirit? Hey, who put the spirit on Edomite to do that?
Yeah.
Hey, the Heavenly Father. The Most High. And who rose up? Who rose up 2/3 of our people? Who rose up Jake? Who rose up Judah? Hey, the Most High put them in the spirit, man. The Lord put our people in the spirit to fight against the devil. All right?
Hey, so like that said, I'm gonna just read that one more time because that's heavy. Hey, this is Ecclesiastes 39 and 28. Hey, we already recording ourselves, man. We don't need to be recorded. All right. There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on a sore stroke. In the time of destruction, they pour out.
Yeah, that's their rope, man. Lord, you know 2/3 ain't gonna get what, man, 2/3 gonna talk about what we talk about. That's why it ain't about the nation. Right. We're not speaking to you niggas, man. We're not out here speaking out here. We speaking to the elect. The ones that are hopefully chosen for your Yahweh Shema. It ain't for 2/3, man. So we're not gonna get 2/3 niggas out of script.
Hey, Slocky. Hey, it's just like the movie. Alright? Everybody can't be the fucking hero. Right? Everybody don't play the fucking villain. You can't have all villains, because who the fuck you gonna fight? You know what I mean? Hey, somebody got to play their part. Somebody got to be the hero. Somebody got to be the villain. Somebody, hey, it's got to be a bitch, got to be the damsel in distress. You know what I'm saying? You got to have all different parts. This shit work in unison. Everything got to work together. Everybody all can't do the same fucking thing. You know what I mean? So why? So you got men like us out here, how we rock the job, meaning Lord willing, that we the man of the Lord, and we telling you what you doing is right. You gotta do it. You gotta push. You gotta fight, because it's in the Bible for you to do it.
Yes,
this
right.
is what the Lord has you deemed to do.
You
Your spirit was made to do it.
You just can't get one side of the story, man.
That's your purpose.
It's two separate scripts.
You know? And you know how they, hey, what's my purpose in life? This your purpose, man.
Exactly.
When you don't know what purpose you serve in life, and when you get some shit like this come down, this is your purpose in life. This was our purpose in life.
Exactly. Because we brought up this how certain prophets would tell this how certain prophets would tell David or some man when to go fight, or when not to. Or when Saul was being weak. He said he's gonna die, man. He said, hey, the Lord put a perverse spirit on me. He said, Lord put a demon on you, man. So prophets told these niggas what they were supposed to do. And we always gonna tell Jake, hey nigga, if you not on this side, of y'all busting outside, you on the other side. Then your job is to go fulfill that purpose of being a wicked ass nigga and go out there looting shit.
Hey, that's like that nigga came up on us with that gun.
Exactly.
Remember? When he came up on us and shit, he gonna show the gun. Like we gonna get scared. We was like, hey man, hey, fuck that nigga. What you over here for?
Yeah.
You a wicked ass spirit. We the righteous. You get your ass up out of here. Your job ain't over here. Your job is to go out here and murder, steal, and kill.
That's it. That's your job. It's to go stir confusion. Come on, Satan's job to do. Right? Satan can't use us to go do confusion and shit. We're not confusing them out. We know our purpose. See, we understand who we supposed to just pray y'all blessing our shot. We're not those that are confused. We're not those that are lost. So Satan got to go use those that don't know. Use that 2/3 of our people to go fulfill that shit.
We know what reincarnation is. We know if we die for this truth. What the Most High said? Most High said, if you die for me, you're going to live for that. So we ain't got to worry about that.
You got more?
Second Ed, you got more now. Second Ed.
My fault. Oh, no, go ahead. No, go ahead.
Second Ezra 16:23, and the dead shall be cast out as dogs.
Yes, so the dead shall be cast out as dogs. This was mean shit. So it's gonna be so many dead bodies out here. It's gonna be wild. You know, a lot of people gonna be getting jumped off, especially our people. Man, it's really gonna start the house of this. That's what the Lord said. I'm gonna start a judgment in my house. You know, whether good or bad. So they either start at the prophets or 2/3, man. You know, the Lord's gonna start at His house first. 2/3, the wicked niggas that's in Israel, whatever it may be, the Lord's gonna start his judgment here. All right, go ahead.
And there shall be no man to confront them, for the earth shall be wasted, and the city shall be cast down.
So the city shall be cast out. And what happened over there in MP? All right, hey, they cast that bitch down, man. The city shall be cast down. It should be literally destroyed. It's gonna be dirty as hell, man. You know, glass broken, ash everywhere. It's nothing but just destruction. Burning buildings, burning up police stations. Just letting this shit go. Go ahead.
There shall be no man left to till the earth and to sow it.
Yep.
The trees shall give fruit, and who shall gather them?
Yep.
The grapes shall ripen, and who shall tread them? For all places shall be desolate of men.
Yes, all places shall be desolate of men. You know what coming next time? It's gonna be like we went over this I think like last week. That's how we know we speak the same exact. I mean, our script was something simple. We used to do the same thing over and over again, man. It's how we know a prophesied that 100 years of a flood. But we're gonna speak our whole script.
And what the Lord said, you speak the ending from the beginning.
He said ending from the beginning. We weren't giving us. We were giving something special. We weren't giving nothing. We've already been over it so many times, man. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be sounding like we're broken records. We're broken records. We're playing the same exact thing, saying the same exact thing, saying the same exact thing. Ain't shit gonna come out new out of this, man. The Lord gave us a script. We're gonna follow. You know, we're not gonna try to add to it. We're not gonna try to make it seem something like something marvelous. You know, like trying to make it more sweeter. And the most I made it sweet. Hey, sweeter than sweet.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Even with a little bit of bitter in that shit, man. Go ahead.
so that one man shall desire to see another and to hear his voice.
Yeah, so there's gonna be time, man, you gonna walk and be like, damn, I ain't seen nobody in months. In years. Months. Going on months. You out here by yourself. Oh, just out here, you don't know where the fuck you at. You out here wasting everything destroyed. No food. No more food trucks coming. It's all just done. You know, this place gonna be fucking buried. Like a woman that can have a baby. There's nothing there. Oh, but you know, a woman when she had, you bust nothing when she had seed, it's gonna be dead. It's gonna be nothing. It's gonna be no life.
For of a city there shall be 10 left, and 2 of the field, which shall hide themselves in the thick groves and in the clefts of the rock.
So they're gonna be hiding something. They're gonna be scared. Big gross. You know some people hiding.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Scared.
And
Y'all
they
know
gonna
what
be
the hell going on.
brother.
Yeah.
White put his daughters want somebody to put their daughter in the sewers.
Yeah. You do the end of the world type shit.
Yeah,
You know, so it's gonna be like that, man.
As in orchard of olives, upon every tree there are left 3 or 4 olives. Or as when a vineyard is gathered, there are left some clusters of them that diligently seek through the vineyard. Even so, in those days there shall be 3 or 4 left by them that search their houses with the sword.
Exactly. So it's gonna be very few. They'll be tripped over the sword. So you have people coming in packs of groups. That's what I was talking about. So like this shit that we see in movies. You know, people come in with a gang of 3 or 4 might, you know, 3 or 4 rebels, 3 or 4 jakes, you know what I'm saying, go in the house and just go spoil. To go take food. To go, and that's why niggas gonna be hating. And that's why people be hating. And they gonna be like scared as shit.
and because you know Esau do camels.
Yeah. Oh yeah, man. These niggas gonna ride there. Once there's no more food, hey man, motherfuckers go back and eat each other.
Shit, Jake was doing.
Yeah.
Jake, what did they say? Eat my baby this day.
And the earth shall be laid waste, and the field thereof shall wax old, and her ways and all her paths shall grow full of thorns, because no man shall travel there through.
So basically, there's gonna be no grooming of the grass. The grass gonna be high as hell. It's gonna be nothing, but it's damn waste. It's gonna be grass on buildings until you never see it. It's gonna be literally grass growing on the building. Like, what the hell? Ain't nobody gonna be at. Gonna be at because some of the structure gonna happen. Go ahead.
The virgins shall mourn, having no bridegrooms. The woman shall mourn, having no husbands.
Exactly. Because now, 9 out of 10, majority of your men gonna be dead. You know what I'm saying? Your husband gonna get killed, and he gonna try to go out to go get food. Nigga never come back. You know what I'm saying? Yo, hey, man, we gotta go get some food. He go with a couple niggas on some dirt bikes. You know, with some guns on their back, never come back. And then you never see that man again. That's all prophecy in the scriptures, man. And this is the time we live. We live in times of great pain and anguish. And you niggas better get ready, man. Cause it's gonna be serious out here. You know what I'm saying? This ain't shit. Well, there's no riot, it ain't nothing, cause ain't nobody really killing each other. But once the Most High put that spirit of complete confidence on niggas, man, you know what I'm saying? When you out of faith, when you can't work 9 to 5 no more, you can't go defend your family, and you gonna look next to go next block, and you gonna run up in this shit. You gonna probably get your right with you. If it's the gun, right? Look at this nigga. You know what I'm saying? We all is fucking fat. We hungry in this bitch. Especially if you got a damn cul de hey, it's 5, 6 of y'all niggas. Right. Ain't nobody got no food. Well, shit, somebody gonna die tonight. Now you gonna be up all night, clean out your window and shit, looking, peeking out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you gonna be sitting out, window sitting there peeking out. Ain't nobody gonna be able to sleep. Then they gonna try to double cross you and shit. You know, sitting in your window peeking out. You know how they be in the movies. The other nigga over there on the other side looking at you through the window and shit, peep holes. Just watching.
Hey, I got next shift. You got the next shift.
Yeah, exactly. Gonna be like that because you can't do this.
Their daughters shall mourn, having no helpers.
Yep.
And the wars shall their bridegrooms be destroyed.
Yep.
And their husbands shall perish of famine.
Exactly.
Hear now these things, and understand them, ye servants of the Lord.
So now when the scripture said the servants of the Lord, they say 2/3. They said the servants. We're supposed to understand this. We're the sons of the Most High. That's our job. So ye hear this, ye servants of the Lord. 2/3, they're not servants of the Lord, man. They're servants to the Most High's movie, or on the wicked side. Lord ain't speaking to 2/3 of our people. He ain't speaking to these niggas,
He
man.
ain't speaking to him, but not. He ain't speaking to him on our
Yeah,
side.
he ain't speaking to 2/3. He not.
He's got a way to speak.
He ain't speaking to them
Not
directly.
this.
The scriptures, they not going to understand.
He's telling them to go to war. They on that sore throat. Do your part.
He said, "Ye servants, you understand me, man. You understand that you supposed to wait upon me. You understand that fact. But for the rest of my people, they gotta do what they gotta do. See, niggas ain't gonna hear me. You know, they ain't hear how it's when he came. So they definitely ain't gonna hear us now in this day.
His own brother.
You know what I'm saying? You know, we out here, nobody knows we ain't famous.
Right.
We ain't got millions of goddamn dollars. Hey man, we heard it was y'all by some outside, we made the garbage start preaching. Ain't nobody know what the fuck we gotta say. You know?
And we've been prophesying this shit for a long time now.
Yeah.
We were prophesying this out here that the shit was going down. And when we prophesied that destruction, and if this bitch came first started with a fucking tornado. Remember? We were saying this bitch gonna get destroyed. Tornado hit this bitch. And it's been one woe after the next out here. And 2020 jumped in this bitch. Hey, it's been one woe after the woe, man. You know what I'm saying? It's still going.
I should center destroying with.
Yeah.
This is 2nd Ezra 16 and 36.
Hey, Slocky. Hey, but you know the 2/3 is like, oh, they've been saying this for 2 months. They've been predicting this is gonna happen for 2 months now. Something's gonna happen. Something's gonna happen. It's been predicted for 2 months now. It's said it was gonna. So it was getting predicted for 2 months now. You know what I mean? That's what they're saying. You know what I'm saying? Oh, we've been telling y'all about this. We've been saying it a couple months. Bitch, we've been out here for years. You know what I mean? For over a year and a half now. The apostles been out for 30 years prophesying. You know what I'm saying? Like this been for a warning. We've been saying this shit gonna come to pass. You know what I'm saying? And this shit is coming to pass. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't this shit kill me. Or you hear them on the news. We've been telling everybody for the last couple months, and then 6 months, for 3 months. What the fuck we been doing? What the fuck we been saying out here doing? Hey, we the brothers in the movie that we were talking about that earlier. We the brothers in the end of the world holding up the signs. And, you know, Esau always put us up in the movie and shit. But it'd be an Edomite, a bum ass Edomite he'll have right holding up the fucking signs that the world about to end. You know what I'm saying? And it's us that's really saying it. It's us that's telling y'all what's about to happen. It's us that's telling y'all destruction is coming. That it's gonna come in your own hands. We telling you it's gonna be by your hands that the destruction of this world gonna begin. You gonna bring the Lord here. Because why? Because of your filthy dealings, man. You know what I'm saying? We've been saying this shit. We've been saying. This ain't nothing new for us. This is what we've been prophesying. We the guys in the movie, man. You know what I'm saying? He just ain't a fucking so-called white man in the movie. They got the white man in the movie looking like he the one that pulled out the end of the world about to end. No, bro, it's us, man. It's the man of the Lord been telling y'all this shit, man.
And if it ain't, we've been saying this shit.
2nd Ezra 16 and 36. Behold, the word of the Lord receiveth it. Believe not the gods of whom the Lord spake. Behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack. As when a woman with child in the 9th month bringeth forth her son with 2 or 3 hours. 2nd Ezra 16 and 36. Behold, the word of the Lord receiveth it. Believe not the gods of whom the Lord spake.
Go ahead. The guys of whom the Lord spake. Hey, man, the Lord, hey, you the guys that the Lord was speaking, man. Speaking through. You know, really, because it was 82. Right, it's lowercase God. Right, so you know what I mean? What's that? Is that Psalms 82? Ye are gods, but you should die like me. You know what I'm saying? Hey, really, you're gods that the Lord, whom through the Lord has spoken. Right? The Lord has used the gods through He's speaking through us. So you really a God. And we see what I'm saying?
And that's what the Lord said in John 10:34.
Let me make sure I read that.
As it is written, ye are God. So we just coming back into reincarnation now. You know what I'm saying? We was doing this back in the day. The Lord is bringing us back. We've been doing it. Now how none of us all speak together and start preaching? We've been doing it before.
Yeah, that's what he said. He said, hey, you believe not. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because you believe not from which the gods of course will speak.
Yeah, exactly. They don't believe what we say. You know, nobody believes what we say. Nobody. But that's why it ain't for these niggas. That's why we don't care. You know, we just doing it for our salvation, for our sake, man. We doing it for the elect. We don't give a fuck about 2/3 of our people at all, man. I don't care less all being wicked. We call him all his bullshit of his racism, of his being devil. But we both proud of him. I know what we're doing. You know, our job is to preach the prophesy. We're on the other side of the conversation.
In the Noah times, This is 2 Ezra 16:37. Behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack. As when a woman with a child in the 9th month bringeth forth her son with 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pain compass her womb.
That's it. And this we coming to that second and third hour, baby. We coming to that where that great pain is going to come. Because of this shit, man. The world is going to shambles right now.
Yeah.
That's
I mean, the world's going to hell.
Yeah.
The world's completely going to hell. You know? I mean, it's bad.
Affliction after affliction.
Yeah, I mean, it's getting bad on here, man. So what you niggas gonna do?
That's a sore stroke. Lord, stop
Man, especially when that martial law stopped getting puffed off. Hey, man, you thought you see you niggas crying back in 1700s. Hey, this shit gonna be worse than slavery. I mean, they gonna be crying, screaming, her fucking wig falling off her head, that damn blonde hair gonna be sticking out.
Hey, bitch, I can better get that shit.
You know, she gonna makeup gonna be falling and shit, man.
Right.
She get grabbed up. You know, Esau had to rape. Them got ass up, throwing rape the shit out of her, man. Put a bullet to her goddamn head. Because Eddie jump on say, hey, do what the fuck you wanna do, man. I don't care.
He already said it.
You know, he already said it.
And he said that shit before too. Remember the last time that shit went down.
He said kill him.
Yeah, they was riding over the other thing was riding over No. Trump said he said who's that motherfucker? Yeah, when they was riding over him, Trump he didn't give a fuck.
Oh yeah.
Trump was like, hey, Trump was like, he remember he, I got this. But remember he was like, what did he say? He was like, he said, yeah, you rough with him. He said, you used to treat him bad. Remember he told him that he was telling him, hey, do what you gotta do. Yeah. He's like, you should, you know, because they had slammed some Jake's head. Remember they slammed him into the car and shit. And then when they tried to put him in the car, they slammed his fucking head into the door. And Trump's like, you supposed to do that. Like, you know what I'm saying? You gotta be rough with him. You know, like, that's some cold shit. You know, he don't give a fuck.
And that's why you see the military change.
Yeah.
You see their uniform change.
Right.
You see
They come
their
on
cars.
military.
Yeah. All that tactics is changing, you know, every year. Because Esau know what time it is, man.
Which pains where the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment. Even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth.
Shit, we ain't had no more. Hey, but you gotta think about it. Hey, he said the plague slack not a moment.
There ain't no time to breathe.
Hey, who been breathing?
Ain't no break.
2020, who been breathing?
Ain't been no break, man.
As soon as you go to sleep, you back up.
Yeah, you look up like, oh,
You go to work, you coming back home to go to sleep.
Oh, shit, what happened now?
Yeah.
I was like,
you know what I'm saying? Looking up. We're gonna look up, and martial law gonna be out here.
Real calm.
Hey, people gonna get put in concentration camps. They're gonna be in a whole bunch of camps. They got a whole bunch of damn big ass female coffins.
Yeah,
They finna ready to put you people in that shit, man.
that's
They
right.
ready to put you niggas in female coffins. Bury you niggas by 5s and 10s, and 15s and 20s, man.
That's how many that bitch holds.
Yeah, it's like they gonna get jumped.
Like 10 dead bodies in each coffin.
Go ahead,
Even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn its sorrow shall come upon it on every side.
on every side. See, it's gonna happen all over the world, man.
It's happening.
Yeah, it's already happening.
Hey, look at the shit that's going on in France, Brazil, Venezuela. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, it's riots all over the earth. China, Hong Kong.
Yeah.
It's all over the fucking world, man. Hey, people riding all everywhere, man.
Yeah.
Right now, you can go on and every fucking where you go, somebody riding and fighting about the government. Man. Hey, it was a Chinese dude. He got on, I think it was Hong Kong. He said he started crying. He said we out here fighting for the youth. He said because by the time 2040 comes, which 2040 ain't gonna come, right?
We ain't seen 2040.
Right. Ain't gonna come. Ain't gonna happen. But he was crying. He was like, he said if we don't fight now, all the people gonna be in slavery. He said they gonna have everybody in slavery. He was crying hard as fuck. He said we not gonna stop fighting because if we do, they gonna have us in slavery. Hey, and that's the truth.
Yeah.
Is that not the truth?
How is it the heathen know and Jake is blinded as hell?
Hey, right.
You know
The
what I'm
heathen
saying?
get it.
The
They
heathen
know.
get it,
They
man.
know that microchip.
Yeah.
They know that slavery. They know what they going
And
into.
after my Russians stopped using damn dollar, right?
Yeah.
Russians back out of the US dollar. I mean, they stopped using that. I think it was that whole 10% of it. It was something like that. I forgot, but they stopped using that bitch, man.
And now they done pulled it all.
They done pulled it in,
Put
pull
it all
it in,
the way
pull
out.
up. So that's one in itself. So now America get ready to go to the world with the beer.
Huh. Fight with China. Shit, they over up in the sea with China, playing the war games with China, blocking off their ships. They trying to figure out how to deal with Venezuela and Iran. Iran sending over the ships to the oil ships over to Venezuela, so Venezuela can get its economy back running.
Right.
Hey, you know why Venezuela can't run its economy? America fucked them over so bad that they don't have the money to afford for the new equipment that they need to run their machines. So some shit broke down. They couldn't fix it because they couldn't get, because America is the one that they dealing with. So the America was unwilling to give them the shit that they needed. They wouldn't even let them buy it. You know what I'm saying? They was like, fuck you, we know you got the money, but we still ain't gonna sell it to you. And we ain't gonna let nobody else fuck what you eat. So they like, what you mean? We can't make our own money to provide for our own people. So he was saying their equipment is so fucked up and broke down and eroded, they can't do nothing with it. So now that America got the problem with Iran need money. Venezuela got a shitload of gold. So what do? They did a deal.
Yeah.
They deal with Iran. Now Iran giving up, but now are they gonna be able to get all the shipment? Because America's trying to figure out how they gonna stop the rest of the farm shit.
Now, when you can't fight, you gotta fight.
See?
You know?
Now you gotta fight. See, hey man, the Lord is so masterful, man. The way he done designed this shit, man. You know what I'm saying? This game of what is it, chess? Hey, this game of chess ain't no joke. Yo, you can't fuck with the Lord,
Hey,
man.
the most time, like, hey, shit, I ain't got anything.
Hey, man, that's crazy, bro. How he designed this shit, man.
While Esau playing checkers, the Lord's playing
He
chess.
playing check, man. He checkmating that ass. He check whatever you fucking say.
Yeah, he checkmate.
He checkmating that ass on every corner, man. Even in his own country, his own city. You know what I'm saying? The Lord is fucking him up on every angle.
On every side. That's why Job said, Job 18, he said, Lord, he's going to drive him to his knees.
Yeah.
He's going to drive him like, you know how you football.
Yeah,
Drive
yeah,
somebody to
straight
the
there.
fucking ground.
Can't do
He's
shit
going
else.
to drive this nigga to the fucking knee. To the
That's
man.
right. He's doing it, man. Like he's literally making them have to go to war with Iran because it's like you either gonna let Iran get the shipment, either you gonna let their tankers all get through, or you gonna take one, block them off, and you gonna have to go to war. Because they gonna blow up the American ship anyway. So you gonna have to go to war. Then you out there in the seas, in the South China Seas, fucking with them over some land in Japan. Trying to block them off from fucking with Japan shit out.
We're on every side.
So everywhere you look, you got a war, man.
In-house war.
Everywhere you look.
Yes, we're going to see the foundation of the Smith. The foundation of the people. If the people already fucking destroyed, they already fighting each other. Well, that's the foundation. That shit is gone. You know? This is the beginning of the foundation being destroyed.
Just like you said, strategic. You got Iran coming out here. Who's Iran? Russia is one of their main. Right. So the thing is, once they step, hey, the Most High got that much cheaply, like a triangle, man.
Oh,
hey,
shit.
you fuck with them?
India having a problem with them and China trying to get at each other.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? You know, there's so many different moving parts to this shit. You know what I'm
They
saying?
said they had 5,000 soldiers standing in front of the borders between
India and
and China. Yeah.
That was,
So you know, yeah.
everybody got to choose a side.
You gotta change the side.
Damn.
Second Ezra 16 and 40.
Yeah, we worry about that too. Hey, America gonna have to fight against fucking Great Britain.
Yeah. Eventually, you're going to have to fight against everybody.
Cause hey, look, everybody gonna, man, America, you about to get fucked up, man. Hey, the book, America about to get ass whooped. You know what I'm saying? America whoop everybody, man. America, you about to get your ass whooped, bro. You know what I'm saying? You about to get, everybody get whooped. You about to get beat. You know what I'm saying? You don't even know. Cause look, think about it. All these people, they don't even know America. You about to get fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like you got like 6 niggas coming in the way about to beat your ass. You want? I mean, everybody about to come on, jump like, and still on this nigga, man. Cause y'all busting outside. Hey, look at it. Hey, look at it already set up. You know? I'm excited.
The beast should help her up. Hey, but it's really because when you think about it, this is one movie I watched. But it's a little series with Kings and something like that.
Yeah.
But it's this motherfucker. Real quick, motherfucker want to be the queen and the king. But the king is Britain. Yeah, he want to be over the Wales and England. He want to be over England and shit. And his father, he would maybe make room. He was a drunk. He just used the crown to be a drunk. He was a prince. All he did was out fucking and drinking, right? So the father was like, I can't give it to this degenerate. And that was his son. It was the king. The father was the king. He was like, I can't even give my rulership over to my son. He's like, no, I'm gonna give it to you. Shit, he's like, fuck, I'm giving it to my brother. His brother was responsible. He was doing this shit. He did whatever he told him to do. He was always holding up the crown in the right way. But his own son, where the kingdom should have went to was the son, he was a fucking degenerate. He just wanted to lay up in the host house, fucking everything, and get all you want to do and shit. So the father was about to die. He's like, fuck it, I'm gonna get it over to my brother. So he gave the kingdom over to his brother. His brother's long story short, his brother came in and tried to save the son, tried to help him get his shit together. The son just wouldn't stop. He kept fucking up, but he was jealous. He was mad because his father didn't give him the kingdom. So he was like, he kept fucking off. Every time he looked up, he would go to different sects, to the Vikings, to the Saxons. He'd go over there. He kept stirring up shit. He trying to find a way to get the kingdom back from his uncle. Long story short, at the end of the day, his uncle still held the kingdom until he died. Then when his uncle died, after uncle died, all the dealings that he did, all that shit that he started with all these different sects fighting and going to war with each other, and these motherfuckers get killed in the middle of it. The same motherfuckers, the Vikings, he was trying to get them to go and kill, man, they turned around and killed him. They set him up to kill one of the heads of the Vikings, and then when he did that shit, the dude told on him, had a big ass mouth, he told on him, and the female turned around and had the other guy come and kill him. You know what I'm saying? But that's what Americans do. They start so much shit on the earth with so many different people. You know what I'm saying? It's got his hand in so many motherfucking pots that one of them pots gonna turn around and kill him and put him to death.
And all of them will do all the same.
And they all gonna stick him to death, man. You know what I mean? And that's what happened to that motherfucker. That motherfucker just was scared. You know? Caused that much shit.
2 Ezra 16:40. O my people, hear my word, make you ready to thy battle, and in those evils be even as pilgrims upon the earth. He that selleth, let him be as he that fleeth away, and he that buyeth as one that will lose. He that occupieth merchandise as he that hath no profit by it, and he that buildeth as he that shall not dwell therein. He that soweth as if he should not reap, so also he that planteth the vineyard as he that shall not gather the grapes. They that marry as they that shall get no. This is Mark chapter 13, verse 1. And as he went out of the temple, one of his disciples said unto him, Master, see what manner of stones and what buildings are here. And Yahushua answering said unto him, Seest thou these great buildings? There shall not be left one stone upon another, that shall not be thrown down. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives over against the temple, Peter and James and John and Andrew asked him privately, Tell us, when these things be, and what shall be the sign when all these things shall be fulfilled? And Yahushua answering them began to say, Take heed, lest any man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Yahushua, and shall deceive many. And when ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars, be ye not troubled, for such things must needs be.
Is that so must be? You know, these wars, rumors of wars that we, you know, as far as, man, rumors of wars been going on, I mean, forever. I mean, for a long ass time. So those things must need be, you know? Go ahead.
But the end shall not be yet.
Is that so? The end's not yet. We know the end ain't. We at the end, but it ain't the end. It ain't the end. You know what I'm saying? We still got more work to do. Obviously, we still fishing. You know, we're still in peace. Fishing season's almost over, man. We almost there. You know what I'm saying? But then still we're gonna be turning armies. Then we're gonna start killing motherfuckers, man. Do the script how y'all about Shema Shah. You know when the Lord gives that okay, according to the scriptures. All right, go ahead.
For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom.
So nation rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. Right? Nation rises Esau and Jacob. Fight. That's nation against nation. Kingdom against kingdom. Russia, Iran, China, America. That's kingdom against kingdom. Nation against nation. tribe against tribe. All right, this is the people. The Lord, at the end of the day, only our people try to love the enemy. That's only ones that don't understand that they have an enemy. But a dog and a cat, no, they don't like each other. You know what I'm saying? A lion and a tiger, they don't like each other. But only our people, they don't know that they have an enemy. They're not aware. But I hope, Lord's will, they understand and know who their enemy is. They don't get it now, so they don't. They're not gonna get it until they get put up in human camps. Until they get their children to perform. And when they start getting children, they're gonna really understand when they feel like they're back in the 1700s, then they're gonna understand, but it's gonna be too fucking late. You know? Go ahead,
And there shall be earthquakes in diverse places,
Yep.
and there shall be famines and troubles. These are the beginnings of sorrows. But
So
take-
we're in the beginning of sorrows. We're just in the beginning of this thing. You know, we're just in the beginning of the end. You know, we just now got to the to the wrapping up of the movie. It's a long ass movie, yo. You know what I'm saying? It's a long ass movie. Been going on since going back since time out. So it's a long ass movie. But the fact of the matter is that we at the beginning of the end of that. You know, the end of this so-called white man society system. And our struggle will come back. You know, go ahead.
But take heed to yourselves, for they shall deliver you up to council, and in the synagogues ye shall be beaten, and ye shall be brought before rulers and kings for my sake.
That's when we're gonna be brought. We're gonna be brought as well. In the midst of, hey, they're gonna be asking us for that. Man, Esau watching, you already gonna know. Hey, look, what y'all know about that happen next? Y'all been teaching about this shit. What's gonna happen next? You know, we're gonna go, we some of your ass. We're about to die. But it is what it is.
Hey, what the Akim just said, that's what Satan did to Yahushua when he tempted him. He said, he told Yahushua, what he said, get down. He said, if you be the first begotten son, if you be the begotten son, what's called on? He told the angels, you know what I'm saying? Because they break out these chains, something like that. Bring out. Yeah. He told him to come down off the cross if he was begotten. If he was really Yahushua.
You talking about
Yeah. Yeah, but that's Satan. Yeah, he's getting tempted by the devil. So and that's gonna happen to us, but just in a different manner.
For a testimony against them.
Yes, right. So we're a testimony against this. We're a testimony against our own people. We're telling the Lord. We telling the Lord on them every day, man. We constantly make complaints about these niggas. Like, hey, man, Lord, you got to forget us. All people ain't doing right, man. Go ahead.
And the gospel must first be published among all nations.
It's like, so the preaching of the word of who the Israelites are according to the Bible, who the enemy is according to the Bible, start preaching among all the world. You already think through the internet, through the YouTube, you know what I'm saying? On Instagram. You can catch the truth any corner. You can catch the Israelites everywhere, man. You know what I'm saying? You can catch the truth anywhere you want to go. You want to know who you are? Hey, it's right here. You know what I'm saying? It's on the internet. You know what I'm saying? It's in your face.
Rambo.
Go ahead.
But when they shall lead you and deliver you up, take no thought but beforehand what ye shall speak, neither do ye premeditate, but whatsoever shall be given you in that hour, that speak ye, for it is not ye that speak, but the Holy Ghost.
Exactly. So not us going to speak, it's Yahweh Shemar going to speak to us. So we're in the spirit. Hey, man, Lord going to have us speak whatever we're going to speak. Because in the day, we're going to catch y'all too. You know, it ain't going to just be 2/3. And we're going to go to that far as well. Because it ain't going to be easy. You know, it ain't going to be a march to the park coming through town with Jiggle Show. It's going to be hard, man. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a lot of shit going to be going on. You know, we might have to get to some scuffles. You know, you think niggas going to try to come, fuck with us. You know what I'm saying? Just going to try to come fuck with you. You know? You think niggas ain't going to try to bring you to your crib? Hey, we got to put just now by some shot. Hey, but they got to defend ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Just you come up here. Hey, you got to fight these niggas, man. Yeah, we got to fight these niggas, man. You know what I'm saying?
Bless the Lord, teach my hands, my fingers, fight my fingers.
Because we living in that time, it's going to be every man for themselves. You know? Go ahead.
Now the brother shall betray the brother to death, and the father the son, and children shall rise up against their parents, and shall cause them to be put to death. And ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved.
So he that endures to the end, the same shall be saved. So we endure all that shit, all the things that's coming, and we're gonna be saved in Yahweh Bashim Al-Shah, man. We're gonna be saved in the gospel, man. We're gonna be saved. in the name of Yahweh Bashimon, if we endure and keep our faith to the end, you know, that's our job as men of the Lord. And we're gonna do that, man.
Fine.
Go ahead.
But when ye shall see the abomination of desolation spoken of,
That's it. That's it. Yeah. Go ahead. No.
Daniel chapter 12, verse 1.
And y'all on TV. Y'all like celebrities.
Hey, what's gonna say? It's supposed to be fame in the land. You know what I'm saying? Hey, go ahead. Yeah.
Done. Daniel chapter 12, verse 1. And at the time, Daniel 12, verse 1. And at the time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy power. And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never once since there was a nation, even to the same time. And at the time thy people.
So it's gonna be a time of trouble, right? A great time of tribulation, a great terrible time. You know that Daniel spoke of. You know what I'm saying? So these are prophecies that the men of war already had. You know, speaking of the time of trouble, the time of tribulation, the time of war, the time of loot, all these things in the Bible. This is all prophetic. You know, all people getting killed by the sword wife. That's already prophetic. All these things already been spoken. They already been written down. You know, they already been put through the thing. But all we're doing is just making it manifest by preaching.
At the same time, in the time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book.
Yeah, they shall be starting in the book of life, man. You know, the book of Yahweh Bashimon Shah. Our names are written down. Our names are written down in that book of life, man. You know?
Daniel 12, verse 2.
You know, we said about Job, Satan go around walking, but do a true bro. You know what I'm saying? Because that's Satan's job. You know, his job, he's doing his job, man. He's constantly on his watch. He's watching us. That spirit, man, fucking walking up, down to and fro. Satan is he's restless, man. He got nowhere to go. He got no home. So all Satan can do is just sit here and just dwell and walk up around. Because Satan can't do shit, man. Unless the Most High let him. That's Satan's job. It's to be a hindrance to the truth. It's just to walk up and down, you know what I'm saying? And this thing, man. Go ahead.
Daniel chapter 12, verse 2. And many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall awake. That's what's going on right now. You know, it's not a coincidence that Jacob riding through this. You know, it could be a 2/3, but you know, when we speak something, they might hear it. I'm gonna read it again. Daniel 12, verse 2. And many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall awake, some to everlasting life, and some to shame and everlasting contempt.
Say, who's the one to everlasting contempt? Esau. He the one who's going under everlasting contempt. You know, Jake gonna wake up in the salvation when they get in the kingdom of heaven, because they're gonna be destroyed here. But then Esau will come on the king. He gonna be on the other side of contempt, of sorrow. You know what I'm saying? Of being beaten. You know?
Daniel 12, verse 3.
Jake will wake up on that side too, because he gonna know that the shit they did to their own people. You know, because they're not gonna have the same powers we have.
Yeah, that's shame.
You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be shameful too. They're gonna have to, and all the nations. For that point, all the nations is gonna be ashamed of what they've done. You know what I'm saying? So that's why they gonna have to bow their heads to the right. And so we the one gonna wake up to the everlasting life, the 144. You know, but Esau and the other nations, they gonna wake up to that contempt. Even our people gonna wake up to that contempt. They gonna be like, damn, man, we do our own people. You know what I'm saying?
Because they was hot here.
Right.
The Lord said, well, he'll make us last first in the first place. So we was down here in the tail and we sackcloth, man. Everybody walk past us and they'll look at us, man. Hair ain't combed, beard ain't done. They say, man, why you ain't get a haircut? Why you don't do that, man? Because the Lord said, so we are the last. And when we get into the king, we'll be the first. Daniel 12, verse 3. And they that be wise shall shine say it again. James 12, verse 3. And they that be wise shall shine as the brightness of the firmament. And they that turn many to righteousness as the stars forever and ever. Verse 4. But thou, O Daniel, shut up the word and to seal the book even to the time of the end.
Yeah, which we live right now. We live in the end. And all, like I said, go back to the end of all beings, end of an age. End of a sign, end of a system. Right, this is the end of an age, obviously. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know that, you don't know what's going on, man. If you look at the news, everything's going on in the world, man, you gotta know it's the end of the world. You gotta know the end of the world is coming. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's too much going on right now for it not to be. You got all these different strife, envy, you know, coronavirus, you know what I'm saying? The mark of the beast. You know, all this war going on with U.S., Russia, Iran, World War III. All these prophecies of the Lord is coming to pass. It's coming out, man. You know? Go ahead.
Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased.
Yep.
James 12 and 5. Then I, Daniel, looked, and behold, there stood other two.
Hey, when you say that knowledge should be increased, hey, also the world's knowledge has been heavily increased. But also, hey, we're increasing our own knowledge, but we're increasing the heathens and the 2/3 knowledge. Because right now that it's being increased to us too. You know what I'm saying? Because the more we come out and teach, the more things we say. Hey, like the first, hey, I seen y'all on the internet. Whatever.
I just said. Hey man, I watch it all the time. The Hebrew Israelites. Sometimes I think they go a little too hard though. But I mean, truth is the truth, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know, God didn't say be gentle.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I follow them guys, man. They taught me about Hellenized.
Yeah.
Like how Jews were being Hellenized by their captains or whatever. Like Rome and shit like that. Yeah, bro, that's real deep shit.
Being a foreigner Israelite. Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
it is. Being foreign to who you are.
Exactly.
In another man's land.
Exactly. Like we are right now.
Like we are right now. That's it. So that's the point. So knowledge is being increased. Right there. That's hey, you mind we get a quick shot at you? Hey, get a quick shot of.
Oh,
just right quick. Just right quick.
Can I put my mask on?
Yeah, it's all right. Hey, don't worry.
Don't put my mask on.
But the point is, what we're saying is that you know, knowledge is gonna be increased. And that right there that's prophecy. Right there. That's prophecy right there.
That's testimony, man.
And also that the whole nation will hear the words of the Lord. And that there's so much time people go up across the whole world. There's somewhere someone heard about the being Israelite. So when the Yahweh Shai come back, it's not gonna be no excuse. Ain't gonna be no cloak for that. You know what I'm saying? Ain't gonna be no cloak for saying why they know. Because it's already been taught. The Lord already had it, brought it back to remembrance on who the Israelites were. You know, on who the true Jews were. You know, on what team the Lord was. And on how he looked. You know?
And that was the spirit that the brother said Hebrew.
Yeah.
No,
he didn't say black.
He didn't say black. Exactly. The Lord had it in the
That's
spirit.
that spirit.
Yeah.
And that's another thing that you're right. You know, we ain't under that black. We're not under that black spirit. You know what I'm saying? That's that Black Panther shit. We ain't under that spirit. We under the spirit of being who we are. And ain't black because we not. So we understand and know the color of our skin. You know, we finally can see actual real color. Because you think about that shit, you go through school and they tell you this is black. But then you look at your own skin and you say, well, I'm brown. But why I'm calling myself black and I'm brown? You know what I'm saying? I'm black and I'm proud. But I'm brown. I can't be I'm brown and I'm proud. You know what I'm saying? Be what you actually are.
Because they try to separate real color. They try to separate the northern kingdom. They try to separate the northern kingdom from the southern kingdom.
Right.
Because Esau also knew to the so-called Mexican Puerto Ricans. And then they, you know what I'm saying? We're all brown. So we're all brown. We're unified. That's why they do that black and brown. They try to separate.
And
now, something without the same.
But now you see them putting black and brown together. You see them on the news talking about why is it that, you know, the black and brown, the education for black and brown, you know what I'm saying, saying why they got the most of the COVID-19. Because they putting all the Israelites together, man. It's a time right now, they putting all the Israelites together. That's the reason we know we're not ignorant of the devil's devices, man. So we keep on coming out here preaching and teaching. You know, they'll come by. We know who they are. We always tell everybody who they are. You know, who want to come up, we tell them who they are. When they have a question, we tell them who they are. We ain't no blacks. We ain't no Mexicans. We ain't no Puerto Ricans. Hey, you Ephraim. Or you Issachar. You know?
The second address, 9 and 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. And when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world.
Yeah, so we know we see earthquakes, uproars of the people. We know that people say, hey man, it's time for the Lord to come back. It's time for the Messiah to bring forth back that order in the world. You know he visiting. We know he getting ready to come back. We know he getting ready to come back and make his debut. Because Yahushua is coming back again, and it ain't about us. You know what I'm saying? It's never been about us, man. This ain't ours. This is Yahushua. This is all his. Because you can say all glory belongs to the Son. All we do, we just testify. We just say that he's coming back. That's all. We ain't about us, man. It never been about us. You know, it never been about what we do or about what we. It's about Yahushua, man. We don't. At the end of the day, we don't matter. You know, we just his messengers. He's the king. All we do, we're putting down the red carpet for the king. We're just making the king known before the king comes back. That's right. It. And when he comes back, and if he allows us to be a part of his kingdom, then that's on the king. You know, that's on us. If we were those wise stewards and those wise kings, you know, to bring forth his righteousness, man, that's it. You know, so it's ain't our truth. This is Yahushua. It all belongs to the Most High. You know what I'm saying? And we're honored to bring it forth. You know?
Yeah, because like you said, man, we honor, because it's going to come a time we're going to say, I told you so. Yeah. That's that time. Well, that's the time now. That's the time now. We've been saying, I said earlier, hey, it's been 2 or 3 years since we've been out here. Now, you see people come back and scoff now. Yeah. Hey, back in the day, they used to scoff. Yeah. But, hey, do you see anybody come up here scoffing now? No. You had a couple people scoff, but not like it used to be. Yeah. We got to have a couple of scoffers, man. But most of the time, you see people go across the street because they seeing this stuff coming to fruition. They seeing that what we were saying 2 years ago when they was eating good, eating ice cream, scoffing at eating ice cream, man. But I guarantee he ain't scoffing at it. I guarantee he ain't eating ice cream anymore. That shit shut down, man. Hey, they just shut all this shit down, man.
Thanks, bro. God bless.
All right, you too, bro.
Hey, can I ask y'all a question before I leave? This is one thing I didn't understand. The natives and the Hispanics, why is they getting Abraham's promise?
All right, why they get Abraham's promise? Because at the end of the day, they're our people. They were chosen for that. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, you go look. Like I said, you go look at a so-called Puerto Rican or a so-called Dominican. Okay, what about Cardi B? She a nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
She 100% nigga. But she's a Latin. Exactly. She's a Latin.
But she not. But she not a nigga.
No, but she's
right.
But that's
she an Ephraimite. Yeah.
Ephraimite?
You said nigga.
And who do they come from? What tribe do they come from?
Come on over here and check it out, bro.
Yeah, because I thought it was according to Melons.
But they do got melons. They do got me. But like I said, going back to Cardi B. Okay. Yeah, now going back to like I was saying about Cardi B, right?
Right.
She has benefits on the so-called black people, but she'll be from the tribe of what? She's Dominican, right? And she'll be from the tribe of Simeon. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. She's an Israelite. Now she's Northern Kingdom. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know, look, the so-called Mexicans. You see so-called Mexicans, man. A lot of them are in prison system, just like we are. The Bible says that we shall be locked up in prison homes. Right, like look what's going on in Venezuela right now. They're going through hell. Look, hey, you know about over in Arizona, they got something called Arizona Tea. The so-called Native Americans, they're on complete reservation. They're completely destroyed. They have nothing. Same thing how we are. Let me get Jeremiah 15. Just same thing how we are. Let me get the one song. I got a piece of it right there.
This is Hosea chapter 7, verse 8. Ephraim, he had mixed himself among the people.
Yep.
Ephraim is a cake not turned.
It's like so even in the kingdom of church, you would have some people might look light, some gonna look like sofa white, some gonna look dark. Because you had those ones down there over in Mexico. They're deep. They got the afros. That's why they sometimes they call them Afro Latino. What's that one? Negro.
What's her name?
I forgot her name.
She fine as hell. She dark skinned from Florida. She got a big ass afro, but she from
Some Negro.
she from
forgot her name.
Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic. She Dominican. You know that chick name? You know what's her
I'm
name?
on Instagram.
I can't think of her name. She got a big fat ass booty. She yeah.
Negro. Some Negro.
Some Negro.
Not Negro.
But anyway, but if you go look and go to Cuba, if you just get on the internet, look up Cubans, you know, dark skinned Cubans, they look just like, hey shit, look at Sammy Sosa. Sammy Sosa, who does he look like? He look like us. You can't tell the difference. Sammy Sosa was, and what's the other one that just got shot? The one they shot from he got shot. Now it's Sammy Sosa, well, he don't look like us no more. He done turned his skin color. The other one, the Big Poppy.
Big Poppy, yeah.
Big Poppy from the what was it, the
Boston Red Sox.
Yeah, Red Sox. Right, him, same thing. He Dominican, right? That's Simeon. So right, so but they look exactly like us. You can't tell the difference.
Another thing too,
They're part of the 12 tribes.
when the so-called Negroes brought over here, Native American, they was classified as Negroes.
Right, exactly.
And a lot of times, and we was all in enslaved camps together, man.
I believe that.
So we had some of our people mixing among the so-called Native Americans, and that's why you have some like your great grandma might have some Cherokee people. You know what I'm saying? You might go back to Native American. We might go back to the tribe of Gad. We don't know.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We might look like we're Negro, but some of us could be from the tribe of Gad.
Because we all been mixed up.
Exactly. We all been mixed in.
And you can't forget about Europe as well, because the slaves came out of Europe too.
They did. They did, man. That's crazy.
So we all mixed up. And that's what the other thing, like what the author saying, is that to the other nations, they all was enslaved. Right. So the Incas, the Mayans, which is the Puerto Ricans, the Mexicans, so-called Issachar. You can look up the Lost Lunar Stones. Over here in America, they found the Hebrew block, right? That fucking Edomite tell you about that. What's that motherfucker's name? What's that news reporter? Glenn Beck.
Glenn Beck.
I think
I heard of him.
Yeah, you can look up Glenn Beck and the Hebrew block writer. Well, only how they knew you have to, in order to interpret Hebrew, you got to have somebody who can read Hebrew. Right, so they found out that's how they found out Columbus had 5 Hebrew interpreters, and when they came over here, they could speak that same language as the Gadites, and as well as alone that go with Gad is Reuben as well, which is the Florida Seminoles. Right? Yeah, so we can't forget about them. They all the same. Gad, the Florida Seminoles. This is Reuben, the Florida Seminoles, and Gad. Right, they all the same. Right, it's just they just split up in different tribes when they came here to America. That's all they did. You know, but
Jeremiah
can't forget about them.
Jeremiah 50:33. Thus said the Lord Yahweh of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah.
Now, when the Lord said the children of Israel, children of Judah, you can see the so-called Negro, Haitian, and Jamaican.
Benjamin Levi.
No, we all the same.
It's a southern tribe.
Southern tribe. That's why it says Judah.
We connected to Bellamy.
No, we connected to seed lines. To our father Jacob, which is named Israel. That's how we all connected. No.
Yeah, because I mean
That's a different side.
It's a different side.
blood type.
Right.
Yeah, we're not them.
We not. That's him.
But the reason why the so-called Haitians like Kodak Black, Kodak Black. You know what I'm saying?
Kodak Black.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? We're all one family. It's all mixed in one family. But at a time that we were split after the death of King David.
Yeah.
After Solomon came, he had Rehoboam, Jeroboam. You know what I'm saying? And in between two, we had 2 kings and they split. Yeah. And that's when we had at the point in time we weren't cool with each other. The northern kingdom and southern kingdom separated.
Yeah.
So you had one on the other side, one on the other. You know what I'm saying?
The northern kingdom wasn't all white.
No, hell, white.
That's what I thought.
No, we all dark skinned. No, we always at that point in time, the majority of people's melanin had dark skinned
Because we the original
during
people.
that time, right?
Yeah.
But Esau, the problem is Esau. The so-called white man came in sneaking with them alone.
Exactly.
Right? So that lightened us up. That's why the Bible said we can read that Ephraim is like a cake unturned. Right? He
Turned over.
you never turn it.
That's it, man.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
God is ready.
That's deep, bro.
If you never flip a pancake, you can't. It's dark as fuck on. You can burn the fuck out of it. It's black as your shirt, right? But the top side will still be light. So it's the same thing.
That was heavy
Right.
there.
So that's why we can't look at color. It's like some Edomites out here, some so-called red-looking people. So I mean, some so-called white people. That they gonna go back to us from the Scots from Europe, because you had the Scots, the Brits, right? They would. Right, we don't want to go that far. Get that. But the point is that it's gonna be a big mixed multitude, and we're gonna look like many nations. Okay, and the Bible says why he said when you talk about that multitude coming in with many nations, that's gonna be a bunch of Israelites that look like other nations. Even you gonna have some people that look like Chinese, that look like Japanese, that look like Moab and Ammon, right? Elam, the East Indians. You're gonna have people that look like them. You're gonna have people like the Persians, the Iranians. Because wow, we've been all different kind of slavery captivities all throughout the earth. So our seed is everywhere. Right? So because the male seed, you know, it never changes. Right? You can change the female because you don't have a seed, but you can never change that man no matter what it looks like. Like we always say, Blake Griffin. Look at Blake Griffin kids. You look at all these different kids. They look like, a lot of them starting to look like so-called white men, but their father's a Negro. Look, Blake Griffin, you look at his father, they don't even look alike.
Yeah,
he light as right. You know, so that's why we gotta be spiritual in everything. We can't be carnal. You know what I mean?
Because that's why the Jews got messed up the first time when Yahshua came back and was trying to tell them. Like, look, man, we handling our business. He was like, you ain't worshiping your heart though.
Right.
You know, the spirit.
Exactly.
So
The spirit ain't see these through.
It's kind of like an example. I'm gonna give you an example on you are who your father is. Cameron Diaz, right?
Cameron Diaz.
Right. Her father is Cuban. Manasseh. So if you see her, she's like a white girl.
Jessica Alba.
Then you'll go look at
Jessica Alba too?
Yeah.
She got a little tint to her.
Got a little tint.
Then you got Diana Ross' daughter.
Right. She Diana Ross.
Tracy Ross.
Yeah.
Tracy Ellis Ross got the little move out.
She's an Edomite.
Because of Diana.
What?
Yes. Because our father is white. So
Where,
called white man.
well, where did she get the
Her mouth. Diana Ross is a nigga. But she laid with that devil. It's a seed.
Wow, that's crazy.
So she's that seed. Oh, that's like the mayor of now you think of I don't know if you ever Bill de Blasio. He the mayor of New York. Right? If you look at him, his wife is a so-called Negro. Right? But he Esau. He an Edomite. And you look at their kids, they dude got a fro from the 60s and 70s. His fro so massive and masculine, it's beautiful. But he it's a fucking white man. So-called white man. Why? Through the father's seed line.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the wheat that go back to the parable of the wheat and the tares. Yeah. Right? The wheat came and sold his seed amongst the good seed, amongst the good ground.
So how is God going to decipher between the two?
Angels. You already know who you are.
Exactly. Yeah.
See, that's where you talk about the creator of all things.
Right.
Right? You're numbered to the very hairs on your head.
Yeah, that is true.
You know what I mean? Go ahead.
Jeremiah 33. I'm going to continue. Judah were oppressed together. And all. Jeremiah 50, verse 33. Thus says the Lord Yahweh of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together. And all that took them captive held them fast. They refused to let them go.
Exactly. So all these people right, they have all one oppressor, social white. Because you go back to Columbus, he went down to North and South Central America, and went over to Dominicans, chill with them, all the whole entire northern kingdom, right?
He was in the central.
Yeah, north.
We're north.
Yeah, north.
No, Columbus didn't come up here. You said
Is that the whole part of it is? Yeah, but the whole part of it is the social white man slave started all these people on this side, and we all had the same oppression. We're all here in the same land together, in the same oppression. Because you even look at some of the Mexicans or the Puerto Ricans, they trying to come over here trying to cross over to the borders. What happens? They get grabbed up, put in a camp. You know what I'm saying? So now you got sons and daughters being separated from their fathers and mothers. And that the same thing goes back to Deuteronomy 28. Deuteronomy 28. These all go back to the curses of the Bible that are creeping up. And all these people, they keep the same exact curses.
Deuteronomy 28, verse 54. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil towards his brother. And towards
Hey, Slocky, hold on. And why he say that right there? Another thing to tell you, like, you know, we already know we not, just, but you know, we as a people, Judah be on each other's asses, right?
Yeah, you got to.
Now, you go look at Issachar. They'll hang, you can go over there with the cartels and shit. They'll hang their people off of fucking bridges and shit. They be hanging them and shit. Just within themselves, their eyes evil towards their brother over them drugs and shit.
Yeah.
And what they heavy in them drugs.
Yeah, they are.
Right? Say with Judah heavy. They heavy with the drugs. You get what I'm saying? So you know us by our characteristics, man. And that's how you know your people. You know what I mean? We ain't like them other people. We all different. We all share the same ways. From Colombian drug lords to the Mexican drug lords to Cuban drug. I mean, hell, you can just use drugs for instance, and y'all gotta be niggas.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can't. You know what I mean? We got the same flavor. Look how when you go to California, look how Issachar dress.
Yeah.
Right.
Like us.
Yeah.
They wear the haircuts, the fades.
It's all the same, bro. It's all
The
the same.
Mexicans, they really act like white people. Country. Especially with the big cowboy belt,
Right.
big boy boots, the big hat. The goddamn Puerto Ricans, they saggy.
Right.
Grilled out.
Right.
And,
Yeah. So you would know.
up?
You would know it, but both tribes, you got that different. But see, now that's what you say about the cowboy boots. That's the original of our people. Because see, when Esau came here, he learned that from Gad and from Aztecs and the Incas and the Mayans. He learned that from the Mexicans. That's their original shit. With the horses. That's how Esau got over here dealing with that shit, man. Esau was walking on his fucking hands and feet, going through a cave, man. Before he came back over here, before he got back into power, man. So he didn't have the knowledge of America. You got to remember, when they even teach that in the history book, is that when they came over here, they had to be taught how to live in America. We said this last week, and one of the reasons, a few of the reasons why is because of this is a very dangerous weather. It's dangerous. You can be super fucking hot in Arizona in the desert, or you be super fucking cold up in Massachusetts. You know what I'm saying? Up in Maine and shit like that. And they came in up through that way. So, you know, due to that fact, when they got here, they learned the customs of the people. So all that cowboy Indian shit, all that cowboy wearing, we was already doing that here. They was learning how to ride, doing like tonto and shit. That they learned that shit, jumping off of horses and all that. They learned that shit from Gad. And really, in all the Gad, the northern tribe really pretty much is the same. That's why a lot of times they all kind of look like each other. You know what I'm saying? They learned that shit from them, man. So all that cowboy shit is really not the so-called white man's thing. It's really our thing, because it goes back to the northern tribe.
You know what? I'm finna mess y'all up before I leave.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 54. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil towards his brother and towards his wife of his bosom, and towards the remnant of his children which he had leave.
Right. So and that goes on within us. A lot of the men walk out on the wife and on the children.
All the children.
So do the northern king. Do the same exact thing. You know what I'm saying? There'll be a lot of broken families within the nation. When you get over here, there'll be a lot of broken families here. You know, due to certain income circumstances, it's bad for our people. You know, so we all do the same exact thing. That's why the Most High, bro. That's why you see now going on this whole exact protest. You're seeing so-called black and brown coming together. They making that move because that's the tribes coming together and coming one. Back to us going back into power. Back in the time how we were back in the time of King David. If you go back to King David, the whole entire nation was together. You know? Ezekiel 37, 19.
And you think about, like you said, this is the only land that you got all together. You got the Haitians, you got the Haitians, you got the Jamaicans, you got the Cubans, you got the Colombians, you got Dominicans. Every motherfucking nation of our people are here at one time. We all here. You go to Florida, you can find all kind of Cubans, Puerto Ricans, Massachusetts. You know what I mean? You get them out here. Oh, in Florida, you gonna find every fucking body. There ain't nobody you cannot find in Florida. You can find every motherfucking tribe in Florida. You go down to Florida and you'll see this in Florida. You'll see the darker nature of our people in Florida, as well as you'll see the lighter skinned ones. Yeah. Some of them go back to Esau. Just like hell. And then this arcade, that's bad. Shit, some of us gonna go back to Esau. See, now that's another thing that we got them chocolate covered Negroes.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
Right? We got the Oreos with a real, who we used to call the Oreo? We used to call them back in the day, the Oreo was the black brother with the want to be white.
Yeah,
right?
want to be white.
Want to act like, well, but actually that's really a seed thing. Because on the outside we so-called black, but on the inside our actual seed nature go back to that devil. We got a so-called white man for the father. So some of the brothers that talk like the so-called white man that want to be prim and proper, which Jake didn't talk like that from the beginning. Jake talked like that in the beginning because that was some Amos and Andy shit that the so-called white man taught us how to talk. He taught us how to be niggas. But the whole point, so I get back to the op, is that we gonna have a mixture of all races, man. You know what I mean? We just can't be carnal when we see somebody. We gotta check, try the spirit before we know it.
Ezekiel chapter 37, verse 16. Moreover, thou son of man, take thee one stick and write upon it.
Yes, so it's a stick we took one stick and wrote upon it. Going back to the time when High Priest Ariah came up with this good spirit. When you read Genesis 49, the 49th chapter talks about the different characteristics of the tribes. That's how we got this, because we had to find a way to get back to who we are.
Right. Well, for Judah and the children, and for the children of Israel, his companions. Then take another stick and write upon it for Joseph, the stick of Ephraim, and for all the house of Israel, his companions.
That's all companions. So we're all together. That's why when it says Joseph, Ephraim, because you go back to Joseph, he got a double portion of his blessing because his brother sold him into Egypt. Going back into Genesis, and then that's what you get Ephraim Manasseh. That's the song we hear about Ephraim. We're talking about Ephraim Manasseh.
No, that's just a name.
Oh, okay.
We use names from each other.
Right. Well,
like ASAP, like you know what I mean? It's always
try.
We just use each other names. Yes, that's all. Yeah. Ain't nothing but just another name.
Ezekiel 37, verse 17. And join them one to another into one stick. Ezekiel 37, verse 17. And join them one to another into one stick.
Exactly. We join ourselves together into one stick. Now we're one family. Now we have a nation. Now at first we had no nation. Like we call ourselves black, they call us Latino, but now we're all one family. From the Bible. Now we're able to put these pieces together to the puzzle. Now we know who is who. Now I know that the so-called Mexican brother, look at, that's my brother. Regardless of whatever the society might tell us that he's so-called black. That's why the white man did that. Because if I tell you you're black, I tell you you're brown, we separate you. So now you think you're two different people, but you're the same.
What about the Spaniards though?
Now some of them are eatable. Because you had some of them that were people amongst them, which are going to have those that are Israel.
Right, like the original.
That's because of the Moors. See, that's something else everybody gotta understand, that because of the Moors, and also if you go back, it was in Spain, that they called them short. They were 5'6". I'm like 5'6", so I'm probably part of that branch. But they were short Iberians. Yeah, they were called Iberians and Spaniards, but they were Negroes, and they had already been in Spain because the dispersion from Jerusalem. Right, we were dispersed when Rome came in and took over. We started running through all different lands. Well, but they were saying we went in as there were short men went in at 5'6" and so and beyond. But they started ruling over Spain. So you got to think about the Carthaginian Empire. Right, the Hannibal Carthage. Right?
I think I heard.
Nah, they was Israelites, but they had lived in North Africa. But they was fighting Rome. They was taking over a lot of places in Spain, going up, traveling up to Rome and shit.
Right.
Then you got the Moors that came in. The Moors ruled for over 1,000 years in Spain and Europe before the so-called white man came back to rulership in the 1400s, they was taking down Europe as well through Spain, the Moors, and different the Byzantine Empire.
That's Memphis, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you as well. Saying that was the African. He was like African king.
Yeah. What? Yeah, but wasn't he over the Mali Empire?
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Where is it? In Nigeria?
Nigeria, somewhere.
Next to Benin, maybe?
Yeah. But the point is that that's where everybody gets tripped up on was Africa, right? Yeah. That's why we keep going back to the African thing, because that's where when we came out, a lot of our people went into Africa. But what we don't understand is a lot of our people also dispersed out into the other lands, as well. See, that's the part that we miss because we don't get that in history.
Yeah,
right?
We don't
get the full lesson. We only get a piece.
We only get the part that we came from the west coast of Africa. We brought it to America. We're not given the story before that, before Rome, before 70 AD, before we even got you. You know what I'm saying?
The Dark Ages is the Dark Ages. Nobody knows.
Yeah.
But no, there's accounts. You know what the Dark.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they don't teach about that in school, but I mean, the Dark Ages was a terrible time in Europe.
There's an example right there. Oh yeah, that's Northern Tribe.
The Northern Tribe. Man, that's nice. I'm glad you pointed that out for me, bro. See, I gotta keep my mind from this thing.
Now they don't believe. They won't believe
that Yahweh promised was just for the Negroes. Just for.
It was only for us. Yeah.
Just out.
No.
Promise was just.
Yeah, it is just for us, but you gotta remember there's 12 brothers, right? And out of each brother was a different tribe.
Right.
Of our people.
12 tribes of Judah, yeah.
Right. So and then too, even when you go back in Ezra talk about how we've always dealt with strange women. Right? We always dealt with the heathen nation women.
Yep.
And the Bible will tell you that the men of Israel always had a problem for going after the Edomite women. Mm-hmm. Always had a problem going after the Indian women.
Yeah.
We always had a problem with Ishmael. Solomon had it bad.
David had it as well.
King David had it as well.
Man, he had a concubine for every.
But what do you do when you a ruler?
Yeah, you gotta come with the territory.
Because you can have whatever you want.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah.
And the Lord didn't say you couldn't have them. You're not supposed to let them. You can't let them rule over you. You get what I'm saying? What did Solomon do? He gave in to their God. He gave in to them.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Ezekiel 17. It's like Ezekiel 37.
But that's why they will be the concubine, right?
And not the wife.
Not the wife. It's a wife, but it's a low level wife.
Right.
But your wife is of your people, of your nation.
There you go.
Because really, the way the Lord wanted it, He wanted Judah to stick with Judah.
Right.
He wanted Benjamin to stick with Benjamin.
Right.
Every tribe was supposed to originally stick with just their tribe.
So the white supremacy really ain't tripping on
no,
them.
it ain't. It's even with us.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
Even within our own people,
Yeah.
our own brothers. Because the reason why is that if a Ephraimite woman married a Judite woman, and the way that the deeds used to work is if she died, if she was the only one living in her family, say her father died, he had all the wealth. Well, the wealth never goes to the daughter, it goes to the husband or the man, right? The wealth always goes back to the man. Now it's conflict. Esau flipped to give it to the woman.
Yeah.
He take all your shit.
Yeah, I was say that's a thing. Where in the law can you? They all be some back pay.
Hey, they owe hey.
Yeah.
Hey, we gonna suck the milk and breast of the Gentiles. You gonna get that shit.
Hey.
But what I was saying is that so when she died, everything that her father when he died, everything that he owned goes to you. But you a Judite. But the Lord said each man has his own portion. Right? So the Lord gave each man his own land and own portion. So that means that Judah now owns a portion of Ephraim's land. And that's not right. Now you own Ephraim's wealth. Ephraim's wealth is supposed to stay with you. The wealth is supposed to stay with you.
Ezekiel chapter 37, verse 17 continues, and they shall become one in thy hand. Verse 18, and when the children of thy people shall speak unto thee, saying, wilt thou not show us what thou meanest?
So, when you come up to ask a question, what does this mean? Like you just came up and asked. What's his trifling about? You know, how do you know he's to that? You know what I'm saying? We supposed to explain it as men of the Lord.
Yeah, y'all broke it down.
Go ahead.
God. People shall, I'm sorry, 18 again.
Oh, Slocky, I'm sorry, man. One more thought in my mind. Sorry. Slocky. And another thing too, a key. It's always a key note is that no matter what is going on in Earth, if you can look at the plight of a person, what they're going through, their affliction, slavery always teaches. So even in American history, you can go back and you can find out about the slavery of the Mexicans, the Ephraim. You can find all their slavery, and we know we already in God's land, and then you see what they done did to them. So that's how you. That's just a fucking giveaway.
Yeah,
that's a dead giveaway.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, because if they treat them that bad as they treat us, because they'll kill them just like they kill us. They've been doing it. These same people, just like they over in California, they been killing them Escobar, the so-called Mexicans. They kill them like the motherfucker two over there. Out there, they be killing them heavy out there, just like they killed Judah out there. See what I'm saying? So when you go through that same plight, that's your brother. You know the Lord. That's one thing. The Lord is master, and He set things up in characteristics. Right. You know, He set things up. Just like when He talks about the Daniel 9-7. You know, when He talks about 7 and 9. When He talks about the hair being as wool, or your skin is as grass, feet burnt like in a burnt fire. Hey, what fucking Edomite walk around here who look like feet burnt in the motherfucking fire? They don't fit none of the descriptions of the Bible.
No, they don't. Outside of the Amalekite.
Outside of Esau being red. He came out red and hairy all over.
Yeah.
Like, hey, that motherfucking fat Edomite just walked past with his belly.
Yeah, with the red hair that walked by. I was watching.
And he was hairy than the motherfucker all up in here.
Yeah, I was on the back too.
Hey, but that's a good description. They red. They not, you know what I mean? They not the color of this plant. They not that color. Yeah. His color is pink and red. You know what I mean? So so the Lord set us up, blonde hair, pink and red. The Lord set us up to know who He is. He said us, it's here. Yeah. We just gotta look at it, open our fucking eyes,
and then apply it.
Yeah,
because like you said, man, that's crazy.
What's the only reason they was able to call themselves white? It's one reason that fucked us up mentally. When we was younger, we still had it. It's television, right? Now, remember before they got color, it used to be what? Black and white. So we look black. Yeah. What did they look? They look white. Yeah. When you go to an old black and white TV, because I remember when I'm 41, but I know you remember black and white TV. Because even when I was still, I remember the black and white TV. Yeah. So they looked like they was white. Through the black, you couldn't. Why? Because you couldn't see the color.
Yeah, but those two look distinguishing colors.
So we was red. Yeah. Right? See, they bred it television program. Yeah, right? Yeah. They bred it, conditioned it in our mind. Mm-hmm. So it just from the look of it, and still to this day, now you got color TV, you got high definition. You got LDC shit. You got all you got all kind of shit. Yeah. And now we that's how heavily conditioned we is. Yeah. We really can't see color. Yeah. Hell yeah. We can't see color, even no matter what. It's in your face. Yeah. Bro, you see it, bro. Yeah. Fuck, you look in the mirror every fucking day. You wear a motherfucker all black on. And you can't see nothing but your fucking face. And you can still see your face. I'm brown, but man, I'm black and I'm brown. How the fuck are you black? Motherfucker, are you looking at yourself in the... This brother's call himself black. He light skinned.
Some of them motherfuckers in Africa black though.
Well, they have blue black. They call that blue black. But that's what it is. Now, you go and look at dark chocolate.
Dark chocolate, yeah.
They just dark chocolate. Yeah. See, they seem to be black. Yeah. But it's when you look at dark chocolate, it's dark as just the Africans. Yeah. But with the Hamites, they still not of us.
Yeah, exactly. We the Shemites, so we from a line of shit.
I like this, brother.
Hey, I've been watching y'all. I've been watching y'all forever.
He getting it in.
Hey, I want one of them shirts.
That's good, man.
With the things
ridges. Yeah, ridges, man. That's good. That's good about that. You should be ready, preparing yourself, come here every Sunday, man. Get ready to stay.
Y'all be here every Sunday?
Be here every Sunday, man, in the fight, man. This is the fight, brother. I mean, it's the fight, man. You know what I mean? You just keep learning, keep growing. Come out here with us. We keep talking and teaching. You keep learning, growing, man. Put a garment on. Put your war vest on, man. Come stand up. You know what I mean? What else there to do?
Because I'm already hard on people anyway.
So,
I just be walking around. People might say something. I fuck him up, man.
See?
You know what I'm saying?
See, you
They be like, how do you know that?
Yeah.
I studied, bro.
Yeah. Hey, that's probably one of King David's men. Hey, one of them.
I studied, man.
The elect. Because we're still looking for, that's why we're still looking for the elect.
Still searching.
Because it's
Y'all
still,
from Nashville?
no, we but you know what I'm saying, we come out here.
Come out here.
We come out here.
Yeah, well, I say it's a good place to start, man. Right down here, man.
But there's a remnant of our people that's going to turn back from the wickedness and come back to the being Israelites, and they're going to be saved, come up to World War III.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be a great destruction that's going to happen.
Yeah.
And we need somebody to save us, and that's our Lord Yahweh Shah, which is also we look so-called black men across the Bible.
Right.
There's the election of our people that's going to understand and give. Because scriptures say that the elect shall be a quick understanding. They gonna get it. They gonna understand. Oh yeah, I'm an Israelite. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So white man, devil. They gonna understand. They gonna get it. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be like that.
You ain't trying to close your ear.
Yeah. Stuff kind of pull you in, man.
Yeah, exactly.
I got one for you right here. Jeremiah 16, verse 16. Behold, I will send for many fishers, says the Lord Yahweh.
Exactly.
And they...
The Lord says, "Send for many fishers." That's how you go back to Matthew the first chapter. The Matthew, he told Peter, "I'll make you fishers of men." And what Peter did? Peter fished men in the name of the Lord. Which is Yahweh will bring from that New Testament. And they said the way we do it now, when we're telling our people, like the world's gonna wake up. Well, you're just Israel, this and the third. Now we're bringing forth new fish. Now we became fishers of men. Now we're bringing forth the election back to where they are and for the instruction.
Jeremiah 16:16 continue. And the Lord Yahweh, and they shall fish them, and afterward I send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain and from every hill, and out of the holes of the rocks.
So once the fish season is over, we're gonna become hunters. Now we're gonna start executing these different nations. Now we're gonna be the powers of the world. Once we get done fishing, now go back to Revelation 7.
This is Revelation 7 and 9. After this I beheld, and lo, a great multitude. Revelation verse, Revelation verse 7 and 1. And after these things, I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth. Behold, holding the 4 winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree. And I saw another angel ascended from the east, having the seal of the living power of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. And he cried with a loud voice to the 4 angels to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea, saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our power, Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua, in their foreheads.
So that silly is the name of the Lord. The name of the Heavenly Father is Yahweh. And it says it from Yahushua. That's that silly. That's that beginning of that silly. So we have 4 angels holding back that destruction of America until the election are sealed with the name of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua.
And I heard the number of them which were sealed, and there were sealed 144,000 of all the tribes of the children of Israel.
This third part represents the 144,000. This is going to be a third remnant that's going to be saved out of this coming destruction. But it's going to be 2 parts that's going to take part in this destruction because they didn't repent and they want to come back to the power. But there's a third that the Lord has, a remnant that's going to bring their new kingdom. You read about Revelation 21, New Jerusalem. This is New Jerusalem that's coming.
So all the Israelites ain't going?
Nah. Now on the first go around. Yeah. But when we come back in the kingdom, they'll come back. Right. They'll come back right.
This they so-called rappers.
Exactly. This is their part in this. It's the lake of fire. It's that nuclear destruction. Because they won't hear the words of the Lord. They're not going to come do what you do. You know what I'm saying? They're going to walk past, make fun of us. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to hear the words of the Lord.
Immaturity, man. That's all it is. I want to see a testimony child too. Because like I don't go around hating nobody, even though I know, God, dislike Edomites, but I dislike them, but I still treat them, cordial. I don't be disrespectful.
I work with them.
That white man down there, his name is Fred. He cool. I was finna leave. Then he talked me in the stand, so we ended up doing some fishing. He chopped it up. This man ain't caught a fish since we been down there. I'm just using this as a testimony to line up to what y'all saying. Bro, we've been down there for 3 hours. He ain't caught a fish. He got tackle on tackle, fishing poles, bass, everything you need to catch a fish. He ain't caught one. I've been down there all day. It's like 9 o'clock. I caught like 7 fish. Okay? The Asian dude that was right here, he's Asian as well. Okay? At first, I was like, man, who is this guy? I was kind of coming to the white a little more. But then I had to snap his tools, and I'm like, this right here is, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I was still thinking about milk, basically. But I ended up giving him the fish. But the whole time we was down there, it's like, get back to the white he ain't caught nothing. So it's like, to kind of sum it up, like, the blessing is just me.
Lord take care of his people.
And it's funny how I caught the fish. The Asian dude came down to me and he rubbed me the wrong way. That's how I was kind of looking at him. Like, you know, but I went here and gave him the fish anyway, but I wanted him to kind of stay away like he live on the street. You know what I'm saying? But the end result, he came back, brought me some cigarettes. You know what I'm saying? It's like this shit met up. And now I'm down right here talking to y'all, taking all this in, and I'm looking right there, and he still ain't caught a fish. So there's his curse. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
it, yeah,
Like, because black people and the melanated people is getting back together. Things is getting a little better, you know what I'm saying, each day. But yeah, bro, I just,
relationships.
yeah, you know what I'm
I got
saying?
scripture for you, brother.
Come on with it.
Say, guys, the Most High say, man, teach a man how to fish.
Way better.
It's like you give a man a fish,
Yeah.
Give it to him.
you give it to him,
Yeah.
and then he'll eat for one day. But you teach a man how to fish,
You never go home.
So this is what we're doing. We teach men how to eat.
Right.
Eat every day. That's why we come out here every day. It's scripture.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna be coming down here. I've been sitting back drawing unemployment, man. Bro, I got so much money, bro. I ain't even trying to say it no both away, but it's like I ain't got nothing else to do. It's like this first time I'm starting to receive money like this, and it's like it's nothing to do. You know what I'm saying? So I look at that like a curse too. It's like I got everything I'm supposed to have, including money, and I'm still not happy. I still ain't got nothing to do. Like I'm not that excited. Like everybody, I'm finna go do this, I'm finna go do that. Man, I just be chilling, bro. You know what I'm saying?
And the reason why is because Esau wants you to be stagnant. You know what they always say. You know, what's that they always say? I don't mind the devil workshop.
That's right.
So
always
now all these people now have all this money, but really can't do nothing. So they start what they say. Porn is starting to be the #1 thing right now.
As far as entertainment,
entertainment and gambling.
And gambling.
Why? Because you got plenty of time.
And plenty of money laying around. Man, I'm talking about. I was scared the other day, bro. They sent me like $1,700 on my card, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, after I got through praying, I was like, man. I know something bad's gonna happen to them. They just throwing me money like this.
It's a calm before the storm.
Exactly, bro.
It's a calm before the storm.
Yeah, it's
so
something.
you gotta understand, you know, when Esau gives you something, you know it's always a trick.
Always.
And the thing is, all he's doing is inflating the market. So because the more dollars will be out there, the cheaper it will be.
Yeah.
So all they doing is trying to flood the market with dollars, so it'll destroy it.
Yeah, bro.
But then you're gonna be one. But then when you have all that money in your pocket, it ain't gonna be nothing. It ain't gonna be. Us brothers always come every week talking about Mayweather, right?
Yeah.
He always talking about his money. Yeah. But when that dollar crashed, all that money he had there, he might as well go throw outside and throw it in that water. Right?
Yeah, because
it ain't gonna work.
Nothing. Yeah.
Venezuela showed everybody that.
Yeah.
When that shit went down in Venezuela, hey, they money was just littered all over the streets.
Yeah.
The man was like, hey, we just use this to wipe our ass with because ain't no more toilet paper. Hey, where did we run out of? Toilet paper. So you know what I'm saying? Hey, it's paper. So papers end up becoming no better than to wipe your ass with.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, I've been feeling like it for the last couple of days, man. This money, this ain't that exciting. I've been, you know, I want this, I want that, and as soon as I get the bread, it's like, man, yeah, I'll do it tomorrow, you know. Yeah, man, yeah, I just can't let it control me like that. You know.
And it's only gonna be temporary, man.
Hey, the Lord said money is a defense.
A defense?
Right. See, that's the whole part to the dollar. We use it to defend ourselves, you know, and that's the whole purpose of it. That's why it's not the money, it's the lust of the money, right? The lust of the money is when we start sinning because money becomes our God.
Right.
So when we stop lust, like you just said, I'm just like, man, it's like whatever.
Yeah, I'm nonchalant about it, man.
You just use it when you need it.
Basically. But
That's your defense.
But it takes the drive out
Still
of
gotta have it though.
Still gotta have it, yeah. 'Cause
Right
like,
now.
Yeah, but I feel like it's gonna come to an end.
Hey,
Because I'm like, if you dumping this money on me,
right. Like it ain't nothing.
Like
Yeah,
what
for
the
what?
hell? Exactly.
Hey, what happens when you overflood something? It overflows, right?
Yeah.
So why they want to overflow us with money? So they can what? Crash the system. It overflows, it breaks. Now you got to get the chip because the cash is no good no more. We done flooded so much fucking money. We done gave y'all, so we done printed so much money. It's the value of it is nothing.
Exactly.
Now inflation's rise. The more money they flood, it's great for a minute because you're I can go buy this, I can buy that. But you go to the grocery store and you fucking I went at Walmart, fucking reels was $100.
I
Go
believe it.
get some we don't eat that some pork shit.
Yeah,
but you get some beef ribs.
Yeah, beef ribs are always high.
Oh hell yeah, man, it's always high. But them bitches up there at $100.
Yeah.
I'm like, whoa, hold on. I used to go get beef ribs for $35.
Yeah. Hey.
25. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? You can get it at a decent. You used to get it at a decent.
Yeah, about $30 for the beef ribs.
You can catch you catch a good little slab.
Yeah,
a decent sized slab.
Yeah, yeah. They ain't got a lot of fat on it and stuff.
I'll get back there, bro.
Well, just like before he started on the scripture, I'm just gonna say real quick, that fish that you had is a better commodity than that dollar you got.
Right. It's definitely gonna be that. Hey, this food gonna be a heavy commodity.
Yeah.
And so a man that can fish, that's a beautiful thing. See, when you know how to get your own food, who can stop you? You ain't gonna die of hunger. So you gonna skip that famine.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? See, because you can like, hey, look, hey, that's the thing. Hey, you see, the Lord brings certain brothers around certain brothers for a reason.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, what the Bible say, there's helpers in the scriptures. Not everybody gonna be out here. And he could be one of the brothers, he could get out and fishing. Hey, we know where's, hey, bro, Paul, we go fish, bro. I got you.
Yeah, and that's who I am.
And we gonna roll the fish. Hey, you be eating.
That's who I am, bro.
And when it takes some charcoal on the grill gonna come easy. Throw that shit on the grill. Hey, you
Bruh,
eat for days.
if I knew wickedness really, if I knew y'all would really just post stuff like that.
No, this is what we post up at all.
Nah, bruh, I live right up the street, bruh. I would go get a grill. I would go get some food, bruh. We'll put it right there and just chill. I'm for real, bruh. Hey, I'm always trying to be a part of something positive, man.
Yeah, that's it.
You know what I'm saying? Because I've been in enough trouble in my life to know, you know, and I can spot some BS a mile away.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I go on around it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Save my energy, man. I go home, pray about it, you know, restore my strength or whatever I don't lost out trying to pick my brother up, you know what I'm saying? And then I start right back, man. But hey, I say I got a lot of evil people in my family, man. I got a lot of Jehovah's Witnesses.
That's to come. That's to come.
And I'm talking about, man, you cannot separate yourself from them, man. Like, man, my mama comes at me like seriously, like, you know, with the Jehovah thing, you know, the Holy Scriptures, and I'm trying to tell her, trying to explain to her about what I know, the little I know about it. I'm trying to share it with her to try to bring her around to some knowledge, and it's always chaos.
See, it wasn't given to women; it was given unto me.
Oh,
You gotta
okay.
remember that.
Yeah.
Right. The Lord deal with women. His tabernacle was with me.
Okay.
Right. Matter of fact, let me get that.
Yeah.
Just so I can, you know.
Yeah, man. That cleared it up too, man. Cause I guess that's why a woman is supposed to be have some like a covering or something like.
You are right. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Shoot, I gotta go home and get my weed. Come back. Open up. It was a few guys. They had purple shirts on. Purple shirts and gold writing.
IUIC.
They used to come over in my old neighborhood in Edge Hills. Man, bro, I'm talking about, man, I've been trying to find them ever since. But I haven't run into y'all, though, so, you know, that's good.
See, what they're doing now and what we're doing is totally different. So you got to be very careful right now. A lot of people skipping this. IUIC is working around with Mason.
They ain't no good.
See, you know what I'm saying?
Ain't no
So that's
good.
why the Lord says, you know, you got to know, you know,
I think that's the spirit brother was talking
Yeah.
about.
you can't just be like, there's going to be some wicked Israelites.
Yeah.
You know, but they used to be down here with us. There's another camp that was down here with us.
But we was the only one to stay here from week in, week out. We've been down here, what, 2.5 years? So we've been out here 2.5 years, man.
Right here in this very spot?
No, we've been on the other side.
Okay.
Broadway.
Yeah, I'm finna say, because I used to work right there.
Yeah. So the thing is, you gotta be in the scripts.
Yeah.
And pray to the Most High that He give you the spirit.
Yeah.
He got you down here for a reason.
And this is Revelation 21 and 3. And I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, "Behold, the tabernacle of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is with men, and He will dwell with them, and they shall be His people. And Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua Himself shall be with them and be their power." And so it's the men. That's why you have such a hard fight with your mind.
Yeah, and with women, period.
They not gonna get it. See, they gonna want to save Esau. They gonna want why we can't be good to everybody.
Yeah.
But everybody ain't been good to you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We done been through all the hell that we've been through, but we worried about all the other people, other nations. But another thing though, bro, I heard you come my ear, is that something I'm gonna tell you, bro, that you should work on. That if you're gonna get into the thing, probably what's holding you back is smoking weed, smoking them trees.
Hell of a sacrifice, man.
It's gonna hold you back, brother. Well, but what's the sacrifice though? What is it worth?
Yeah.
Is it worth you? That's what you. Yeah, all right, go ahead. I'm gonna shut up.
He hit it right on the nose.
Because I mean, this is how we speak. We speak through shoes.
Yeah. And you know what? That is a real testimony, because for the last few days, like, I smoke weed like crazy. And like, loud is not loud no more. Like, the taste, everything, I know that y'all ain't got nothing to do with that, but it's like, it has changed dramatically to the point to where I've already decided to myself that I'm gonna stop pretty soon. You know what I'm saying? But I don't went back to mid now though, you know, so I'm at my crossing point.
That's that flesh. That's the flesh.
Yeah, man.
And it's something that we have to fight. Because
just not want to let go.
Yeah, but you gotta, you know, and that's all things with prayer, and that's all with, you know, the right names of the Lord. How about once you get that, you know what I'm saying, if the Lord wants you, you know what I'm saying, then you be able to go against those lusts. Then smoking will do nothing. Because there are a lot of brothers that's been smoking that did those things, but they're on our side doing the work. Now their whole life is changed. Because they heard the words of the Lord and they switched their whole mind from it.
Yeah.
And now they believe that they will be saved.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it gives them something to look forward to instead of smoking the blunt. You know what I'm saying?
This is 1 Corinthians 3 and 14. If any man's work abide with which he hath built thereupon, he shall receive a reward. If any man's work shall be burned, he shall suffer loss. But he himself shall be saved, yet so as by fire. Know ye not that ye are the temple of the Lord?
So know ye not that you are the temple of the Lord. So you're holy. You know what I'm saying? That's why the Lord calls all of you, brother, you're holy. You know what I'm saying? But by you know, smoking those things, and certain things going into your body, you're defiling. The Most High can't. That's why the Lord can't really grab you like that, because you know what I'm saying, you're constantly doing all these other things. You know what I'm saying? You got
Losing myself.
Exactly.
Damn, it's true.
God, and that the Spirit of the Most High dwells in you. If any man defy the temple of the Most High, him shall the Most High destroy.
Exactly. So now if you keep defining your temple, eventually will destroy you. You know what I'm saying? And that's why a lot of these rappers, the baby, all these new rappers, they're going to be destroyed because they're defiling their temple. They're making this unholy because now the Most High can't deal with you because you're unholy.
Exactly.
And that's why a lot of times some things in the law, like when we will ejaculate in our women, we will be unclean until uneven. We have to wash ourselves, we have to do certain things to cleanse ourselves. Because the Most High can't deal with filthiness.
Yeah.
So for the Most High to deal with you mentally, we have to be in a pure state of mind. And by you being under the, by you smoking, it's a proof you're not in a pure mind. Now the Most High can't really grab your attention because you're somewhere else.
My mind is polluted.
Your mind is on a smart shit, man.
Yeah, it is. That's right. Like off that frequency.
Exactly. You on planet Pluto.
Yeah, pretty much.
The Lord is here. You know the Lord might come. You might forget because you laugh and think everything funny on you. You space the hell out.
I ain't in tune with the spirit.
Nah, exactly. Your spirit too. That's the only spirit man is dying. Because now your spirit man is like, bro, you gotta be right.
Yeah.
That flesh like, nah, man, that's that deep.
Yeah.
Nah, man, you gotta keep that. You gotta keep that high. Man, we can't do without it.
Yeah.
But that spirit, like, bro, you can. Your spirit man trying to get there.
Yeah.
Your flesh is
I be hearing the little voice.
Let me tell you what Paul said. This is hey man, it's not even on judging. This is just the spirit what I said earlier. That's the spirit why I said that earlier. got to work yourself into getting over it. It's a work, brother. And the point that you hear shows that, like, damn, you try that spirit, your spirit man fighting your flesh, and you're strong enough to know that you got to get something right.
Yeah.
And that's what's up. That's what's being here.
I gotta trade it. I feel like I gotta trade it.
We all sacrifice, man.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Hey, you got to give your body you got to make your body a living sacrifice, man. And this is what we doing. Rather, we got to give away the sinful lust.
Right.
The thing, your flesh. We got see, in order to get the kingdom, we got to give up the flesh.
Yeah. Ain't no flesh in the kingdom.
Ain't no flesh. And see, the Lord not only does He mean the physical flesh, but there's no the lust of the fleshly things of earth in the kingdom. See, you know what I'm saying? So all that getting high, that shit ain't gonna be in our kingdom.
Them loose women.
Nah, we gonna have some yaya, which is like alcohol, which is wine, which come out of grapes. We gonna have the pure shit, the real pure wine that's untouched, that comes straight out the grape. Let it fermentate.
Right,
you know what I mean? That real, you know what I'm saying? That real shit, real shit. But we're not gonna get blowing dope. And it's not that shit is used for witchcraft. That's why, bro, you know how I know when I used to back in the day, I used to be stuck. Like I used to blow, and I'd be like, sometimes I get transed out and shit.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? I would get stuck sometimes, like, fuck, I done got stuck.
And that's dangerous to get in the trance.
It's dangerous to do that shit.
Bro, a lot of times I smoke weed just when I was messing around with witchcraft, not messing around like doing spells and nothing, but just zodiac signs and stuff like that. I was big on that, astrology and stuff.
Oh, okay.
You not get high and be in a trance, looking at somebody and guess they zodiac sign. See, that's how I knew that I was plugged into the wrong power source.
Yeah, that's it. Hey, they'll jump on you quick too. And they'll give you knowledge quick too.
Yeah. That's why I had to cut it off. You know, as far as all that birthday zodiac stuff, because I know that's just I'm just inviting them in my vessel, man, and they working. They working. Yeah. But yeah, it ain't the good one that you want.
Spirit is willing.
Yeah, I'm about to come down here and find two jobs.
Hey, look, let me, matter of fact, let me get this real quick. Okay. Hey, this is Romans 7 and 14. For we know that the law is spiritual, but I am carnal.
That's flesh. So Paul did that law spiritual. That's why we kept seeing out there. We can never keep the law during our flesh with something. You know, especially man, they had a heavy special come out of Egypt. All that lust they were doing in Egypt, they couldn't let that old way go.
Yeah.
You know, they couldn't let it go, so the Most had destroyed. That's why the Lord only let a certain part go into Jews in that time. You know what I'm saying? Because there was so many of our people that had them old demons on them from Egypt, they couldn't let it go.
Right.
Same thing you think about it now. There's only going to be a remnant that's going to be saved. It's just going to make it in the first 1 to 2 thirds going to die because they can't let go of this world. They can't let the tangible things, the money, the women, the cars, the lust of this world go. So you can't make it to the kingdom of Most High. You can't let these things go. You know?
But I am carnal, sold under sin.
Exactly. So Paul, he said, I'm carnal, but sold under sin. Because when you come, as soon as you come out of your mom, you're sold under sin. Because this world is nothing but sin. You look around. I mean, it's easy. It's easy. It's everything.
Yeah, it is.
That's just like even like for us, for Jake. Like when I was younger, when I got introduced to marijuana, man, it was in my neighborhood. Right? I come up, they first start smoking weed. Like, oh shit, like, what y'all doing? Hey, just try it. I'm hooked. I know, you know what I mean? But everybody do it. Right?
Yeah.
Everybody around me, you know, game bang. Fuck, man, that's all I know about hood.
Yeah.
You got one side, you got some Crips, the other side, you got some blood. Over here, you might have some GDs. Over here, you got some. It's like fuck, man. So everywhere you go, you automatically gonna be drawn to something around here, or you sell a dope. Right? Yeah. So you fuck when you come out. That's sold in the city.
Yeah.
You fuck.
Yeah.
So you come out, especially us.
Yeah.
Jake, you know, and that's the whole world is. But ours we come out as heavy because we at the bottom. And when we come out, we don't come out with the silver spoon in our mouth. We might move out to the suburbs later in life, but we don't. When we first come to this motherfucker, we come straight into hell.
Yeah.
We be straight into hell.
Yeah, straight into hell.
In the belly. And really, when we come out of the womb and we jump into the belly because it's the valley of death.
That's why Job said in Job 14, he said, a man has born of woman, a few days,
but
nothing but trouble.
Nothing but trouble, but a few days.
Say that again. A man that's born of a woman.
Yeah. Okay, get more 14.
Yeah, I like that.
We're going to get back. I'm going to grab this for you.
Should be not risking it.
A man born of a woman.
Like,
14.
what is it? The Lord became the beginning of the seed. You heard me all down.
Job 14, verse 4. Seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bound that he cannot pass. Come. Verse 6. Verse 6. Turn from him that he may rest till he shall accomplish as an hurling to God. Job chapter 14. Job 14 verse 1. Man that is born of a woman is a few days and full of trouble.
Exactly. So a man is born a woman is a few days not in trouble. And we see, look at our
It's
people.
lockdown, but that's it's of few days.
Yeah.
Of.
Yeah.
So that makes a big difference.
Yeah.
That
what exactly does that mean, though? Say,
You might not even make out a womb. Because how many babies, some babies only make out the womb? Because so it's like, your numbers is very few. Especially being Israelite. Being, we can be fine yet tomorrow and be dead the next day.
Yeah, the next day, yeah.
Hey, like that little girl that happened in Detroit, where I'm from. She was laying on the couch, she was asleep. Her uncle and her father was robbing and stealing and killing from niggas. They was, murdering. And then they ended up, it was on 8 Mile. It's what is that? Eastland Mall. Was it Westland Mall? Eastland Mall. I think it's Eastland Mall. Eastland, what's that? It is Eastland Mall. And they little two Jakes was walking down the street. And they was, I guess looking for some shit to get into. They was driving, and they seen these two Jakes walking down 8 Mile Road. And all the brothers did, they was smoking weed. He said all they did was pass the blunt between one another, and they looked over at them. You know how you just look at a car, you look at you can't look at nobody. Like we human, we look. He's like, we didn't fuck with them or nothing like that. We just looked over at them, and when we went back, saw smoking weed, was laughing and talking. So I guess because the way they look, you know how we always scowl.
Yeah.
So, but the way they look, they figured, oh, you niggas trying to be about it. So so the one brother flipped back around. He told him to flip back around. Pulled out the shit, rolled up on him. Do. Laid the one brother down. The other brother started running. Just because he looked at him. Just because he looked at him.
That's bad.
That's your eyes should be evil towards your brother.
That's bad.
Just he looked. And he put him to death. Now he did some shit that didn't have spirit had to be put, because once we just read that spirits created for vengeance. And that's nothing.
Spirits created
that's
for
in
vengeance.
Ecclesiastes 39th chapter. They tell you there'll be certain spirits created for vengeance, for murder. Right? Because you gotta understand, like as the Lord got the righteous, he got the wicked. As he got the men who trying to beat 144,000, he got them doing the protesting, killing, rock. I mean, what we go through is everything is of the Lord.
Yeah, exactly.
All right?
And it's all going to serve a greater.
It's all serves his purpose.
Yeah.
All right, no matter what we feel. And what is that? Is the righteousness of the Most High?
Is the Most High righteous?
Right. Yeah.
To forgive whoever wants.
Right. Yeah. Right. Right. So he can do what he wants.
The Most High hates to make him righteous.
Right. He's the potter. He can build it how he wants. It's his lump of clay. We his lump of clay. He can do what he wants. He can give us away. He can, he done it.
Right.
He put us because we here in captivity because of it.
Exactly.
And really because of us, because of the shit that we did.
Yeah. Not following the commandments, man.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it wasn't not following the commandments.
Did y'all finish that?
I got something for you, brother. You said it with your mother. Luke chapter 12, verse 53. The father shall be divided against the son, and the son against the father, and the mother against the daughter, and the daughter against the mother, and the mother-in-law against her daughter-in-law, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. So
Everybody's finna just be against.
Because
crazy.
that's what he just said. You have an evil eye towards your brother, and this is just like we ain't trying to knock you out.
That's what that was.
Yeah, reincarnation, man. You're gonna come into that same spirit, man.
Reincarnation.
And then we right here.
Let's just keep. We're gonna stay on point, though. I want to still stay on this. Well, I want to get back right here to you about All right, this is Romans 7 and 15. For that which I do, I allow not. For what I would that do I not. But what I hate,
that I do.
So some things that
That
Paul,
do I.
and that was even Paul. So Paul was a great man. So Paul even did things that he didn't want to do. This is how when he was Saul. Before Paul became Saul, he was persecuting the church of the Lord. So he was doing things he wasn't supposed to do, but it was the flesh.
Yeah.
You know, there was like just like Peter. Before they probably knew Yahweh Shai, before they knew the Lord, they was doing other things.
Yeah.
You know, but then now when they came into the Lord, they had to let those things go.
Yeah. Because like you said, the
You
Lord
mean?
bring them back around. Bring them back around to Him.
And it's a part of you being reborn. That's why when the Lord talked to one of the high priests, he said, "How can one be born again if you don't come through water?" He said, if you're a high priest, you can't see small things.
Right.
The Lord made spiritual.
Yeah.
See, you have to be born as a spiritual man.
Yeah.
That old man that you were once for a year ago, that's just dead when you come into the Lord. It's going over. All those things that you might have went through, all that, it's no more. Now you became new. You became born in the name of the Lord.
Yeah, but why is it just some aspects of your old self? You know what I'm saying?
Because you're in the flesh.
It's just in the flesh. It's that.
Can't never. I mean, it's always a fight, man.
Yeah.
This shit a war, bro.
Yeah.
The Lord ain't gonna deliver. We ain't delivered till the Lord come back.
Right.
You gonna fight this fight until we die,
Yeah.
or the Lord comes back.
Yeah.
Right.
One
So
of the
you gonna
two.
forever fight your. All right. Get that Galatians. Yeah, we gonna forever have that fight against our flesh, man. And the brother about to bring that out. Yeah. When Ephesians 6.
got it, man.
Yep. But bring that out.
Yeah.
He gonna bring that out.
Yeah. This is Galatians 5:15. But if ye bite and devour one another, take heed that ye be not consumed one of another. This I say then, walk in the spirit, and ye shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh.
So if you constantly keep this up memory, that all it's like you say, keep this up in the Bible. You know, like I said, watch videos of great millstone, dumb brothers. You know what I'm saying? Work on those things, prayer. You will find yourself not even wanting to even touch it. You can like that's all I thought of us before. We don't even the thought of it makes you want to throw up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I work at a restaurant, food restaurant, no before. So I just man, I don't want to touch that shit. Man, I'm like, bro,
Yeah.
eat it.
Yeah.
It's not even a thing I want.
Yeah, because you don't have no experience about it now.
Because I done grown so much spiritually that it's like, bro, it's not even no point. You know?
Go ahead.
For the flesh lusteth against the spirit, and the spirit against the flesh. And these are contrary the one to the other.
That's so they're enmity. Like they're fighting constantly. That
so that ye cannot do the things that ye would.
It's like so you can't do things you want to do. Now a part of you want to let go of the flesh, but it's that flesh. You know what I'm saying? A part of you want to, you know what I'm saying, find something a better way of living, a better way of seeing things. But it's that flesh that's constantly like, no, bro, we gotta stay what we've been doing. But it's that spirit that's like, bro, you gotta do it. You know what I'm saying? It's that constant fight.
Yeah, it is, man. And I try not to look at it like it as a fight, but it's really what it is. It's a fight. It's a battle.
Yeah, but at least you know you win a battle.
Yeah.
Right? The key to winning it is knowing that you win.
Yeah.
Knowing that if you can accept and understand that, all right, let's just before we even keep moving, the purpose of marijuana, the Lord put it here on this earth for us. It's one purpose of it. It's to extract the properties out of it that heals the body, heals cancers, it heals things.
Yeah.
The purpose of it, the part they used to take it, the stem, and take the bulbs and throw them away. There was no good to it.
Right.
They didn't realize what the bulbs could do.
Yeah, that's why.
But it's the stem is what they cared about.
Yeah.
Because it's the properties in it that they extracted the juice.
Yeah.
You would juice it out,
Yeah.
get it, and they was realize they was curing cancer. They was curing different ailments in the body.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They end up burning a weed field. They end up burning it. And when people was burning it, end up getting high because it was in the middle of all these drugs. And they started hallucinating. It's hallucinogenic.
Yeah.
It's like, oh shit,
Yeah.
there's another effect to this shit.
Yeah, like a opium.
Right,
He was
exactly.
smoking opium. And
Right, yeah. The Chinese too. They
Mhm.
started with that. That's how they took over China like that.
Right.
But once they figured it out what it was, then people started using it for those other purposes.
Yeah.
Then they start putting people under trances, under spells. That's why sometimes you get stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They start putting people, they'll use it for that purpose. But then another way to always tell the brothers, we always say that you know that the marriage that your body rejects it is that it's the cost, right? Our lungs is only built to take in oxygen. And we just went over this last week. Our lungs is only built for oxygen, and we push off the carbon dioxide,
Right.
which the trees take in and push back oxygen,
It was
the
a science
H2O, right?
street, boy.
Right, just
Boy,
simple
for my
shit.
homies, boy.
Yeah,
Real.
but I'm just saying, right?
Yeah.
So when I was younger and when I was young kid, when I was blow dope, and I know how you do it, but when you blow it and you cough it, the first thought, man, this is good shit.
Yeah.
This shit banging my shit.
Yeah.
Like I remember when it used to, back in the day, you used to have the games. I remember you remember the games. You all when
Yeah, I ain't older than you, but
when they had something called the skunk weed.
You went skunk weed, yeah.
Okay, well, which
Like
they kind of got now, I think too. But back, it used to be the gans, the skunk, the real icky green shit.
Yeah.
They used to have
Gun
that
junk
shit. Yeah, all that shit, right? Well, we used to get on that. But when we, I used to like, I remember the first time I had some gans, I was like, damn. Who?
Throw up.
I killed the whole shit. Oh, that's that fire. That's that fire. Like, yeah, that's that fire right there. Oh, that shit good. But my shit really was burning, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
Like, I was scared. I got scared. Like,
Yeah.
motherfucker.
Just from that hard ass choking.
Right. Now, so it's like, oh, shit. Like you just said. I'm realizing, like, okay, now you go, son, you can't take H2O, O2, and when the shit that come, that's you putting carbon in your lungs. You killing yourself.
And I didn't look at it like that, man. And look, this is crazy.
killing you.
The world will really just break it down, like the commercials that they make about the scared straight. People stop smoking cigarettes, stop smoking. If they would just say it exactly how you just explained it, then maybe more people would get it.
Because basically what he said is the same thing with wearing that mask. Right. Because you're breathing in the CO2 twice.
Right.
Where's the air going?
Yeah.
You gotta let it out.
Yeah, it's not filthy.
You gotta let it. Because you just
Somebody else said that.
Because you're just rebreathing the same shit back in.
Pretty much. Yeah.
You ain't. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta remember, once again, we push out the carbon. We pushing that out.
That's right.
So when we talk, so then when we inhale, the earth is naturally giving us the life, right, of the breath. The trees is filtering the air. It's supposed to be it's a filter, really. You know what I mean? So when we breathe back in, I gotta wear those at work.
Yeah.
So I only do it because of my job. But I'm constantly pulling that bitch down.
Right. Because
I gotta breathe properly. Because I be feeling like I'm not breathing right.
Yeah.
And I understand when I'm breathing in science, like the brother just said. The very shit that I'm pushed back out my mouth, I'm gonna swallow. That's not natural. It's not what I'm supposed to breathe in. I'm supposed to be here breathing this shit. Right. Well, this shit's supposed to be polluted. But the point to the marijuana is the same thing. Yeah. So when you keep that in your mind, that thought, like every time you take a puff and you're feeling it, you know your body is rejecting it. It's telling you stop. It's not right. I'm not supposed to put that shit in me. And I never did that. I was thinking about the shit. I was like, I'm about to die. Yeah. Because I was like, that shit was so heavy, man. And then as soon as I got done, and I know you probably been there too. You remember I'm pretty sure you done been there too. And as soon as I got done, I looked up in the mirror, man. My whole shit was, I had water all out my eyes. Shit, my shit was bloodshot red, bro. I was high as fuck. I was gone. I was on a whole nother earth at that time. You know what I mean?
That's why the Lord can't shut you.
Yeah, and
the Lord can't deal with you now.
That go back to it. Once you get to that mind state,
so much demons,
it's it. You go on that mind. Your mind ain't even there no more.
And that's why they put it. That's why they my generation. They push that rap videos so hard to destroy the young mind. So now when you young, like you got kids my age smoking shit. His age only up to like 25, 20, 30, 40. So now their their mind span is completely gone.
Bruh.
Now they can't even know what spiritual even is.
Bruh.
They don't believe it.
Little dudes over in my neighborhood, if I told you what they was doing, they don't kill their whole spirit if they even had some.
They shit. You know what they probably say when they coming out here.
They are chopping down cocaine and heroin at the same time, mixing it in and snuffing. Bruh, they is literally out there shooting niggas in the face, bruh.
Yeah.
Shooting niggas in the face. I'm talking about they 19, 20, 23. Bruh, you see them, bruh? They just always, look, the only thing you see is them always doing this. I'm talking about out looking for anything. I'm like, bruh, that's why I go in the house and I come fishing.
I know that's
If I ain't fishing, I'm in the house. Yeah. Or I'm somewhere safe, way away from
that bullshit.
Yeah, bro, because it's serious over there, bro.
Oh, yeah.
And like I said, bro, that drug thing right there, that's too extreme to where it's corrupted. Any goodness that they got in them.
Yeah, it's gone.
Because that music vibration. Because music also is a vibration. You know, Satan works in his music. You know, you hear about this, shoot somebody or kill somebody. You know, you bump in that car, you hotboxing. That's in your mind. So every you see, look at you wrong, you ready to blast something against the music that you listen to. It's like you are what you listen to.
Yeah, pretty much.
Our people fall asleep to that. You know what I'm saying? They fall asleep to that rap. You wake up,
smoke a blunt, listen to that music. So your whole mind is on a different, your mind is thinking about nothing but
And the thing is, they worse than our generation. Because see, in our generation, we didn't do the headphones like that.
Yeah.
We didn't walk around with the Walkmans and shit. We didn't have it wasn't all about that.
Exactly.
Right. So, but that's what I see now. Like I be seeing them. They be just walking, Millie.
They can't live without it.
It's like everything they do, like every 2 steps down the street, bro. I seen a dude, he was skipping down the street doing it. I was like, damn, is that serious?
Yes.
Like,
Dude.
is that serious? Like, I mean, it's a constant, now they got this shit constant, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you would get a break from it.
Yeah.
You would get in somebody's car. You know
Exactly.
what I mean?
Or your mama be like, take
turn
it
that
off.
shit off.
Yeah.
Right, like you couldn't play, so you like, damn.
Yeah.
So you really had a break from it. Ain't no break no more, bro. You got now they got it so bad you ain't even gotta have a wire to that motherfucker.
Yeah. Dude,
Right.
my baby mama,
Crazy.
man, I'm telling you, for Facebook, she don't give a damn what's going on in the world, bro. Kids, if they don't fell out the bed, she's still on Facebook. I'm talking about every.
Don't give a fuck.
Don't care about. I'm talking about man is just lost, man.
we got to the
And that's what we always call conditioning, gradual conditioning.
Conditioning to think and live a certain way, and live a certain way against our own nature.
Yeah, him too. Like,
He was corny as hell.
yeah, them
Like,
big, them heads,
one
them
beats,
big,
man.
yeah. Hey, what about her right there?
She might be, man. They look, she looks mixed up. Tell you, man. Oh, you gotta remember, we the spread. I see the military. You got that military hat on. You gotta remember doing the military occupations.
Yeah.
Our seat was spread all over. And I told you before, and the Asians back, and people don't understand and believe it, but Asians was considered black. The Asians, you can go to, they call it some Malaysians, black and Asian, but they actually just go back to the Israelites that we went through into Asia. Asia Minor, they just Negroes that look like the other nations. Like I said, that's why that mixed multitude, we gonna come in looking like many nations. Not all of them, but some of them, the women, some of the males, they gonna come looking like us. You know?
Where was y'all at yesterday?
Yesterday,
That's the only reason I came over here. I drove my car past here 3 times looking for a parking spot. Like I asked y'all.
we've been here for a couple of years now. We've been out here. We've been doing this. We've been teaching about this devil dying. We've been teaching about this devil kingdom falling. We've been teaching about everything that's going on now to this day. We've been doing it for years.
I know, but I'm saying
We always
I
out
didn't
here.
see none of y'all yesterday. Where
Why
was
do we
y'all
have-
at yesterday?
Well, we supposed to be out
It's
here.
not the Sunday. We at camp.
We supposed to be out here yesterday.
I'm just asking.
We out here today,
I'm asking.
and we
like,
against everything this devil stands for. And we tell it all the time, all over. We call them devils to their face. Well, so you think that we got to be a part of the program? This is our program. No, because I know where you're going. I know where you're going.
Before they started fucking shit up,
Right.
it was peaceful. I didn't see nobody dressed like that.
Oh, well, that was not there to be out here. If you know what?
So that's
If
what
it
I'm
was
saying.
like,
I know that was not an event that was planned. I've been told that wasn't even planned by Black Lives Matter. But my question is, even though we didn't actually plan that ourselves, why was y'all not there to talk to the people?
that's not our job. We doing it now. We talking to the people now. We was here last week. We was here last week talking
But
to
y'all
people.
know what
We've been
they
here
had
2
planned
months
for
ago
yesterday.
talking to the
I said
people.
that was the
We've been here
question.
4 months ago talking to
From
the
3
people.
to 5 o'clock, it was peaceful.
Wait, but where was y'all at 3 or 4 months ago? Where was the movement at a year ago? Where was the Negroes and all the other people when we've been out here screaming and telling them that we need to fight this fucking oppressive devil? That we being oppressed by this fucking devil. Where was everybody else at before the dude had? Why did it take that dude to get murdered to do what we've been saying they need to be done for years? No, baby, it ain't where we was at yesterday. It's where y'all been years ago.
Listen,
That's the real question.
I've done my
That's the real
research
question
on
because
y'all.
we've been out
I've
here.
done my research
So then you
on
know
it.
we've been out here,
But
so you shouldn't even ask me.
I was just, no, it was an actual question. Why did y'all
But yesterday
come
just wasn't our camp day because
yesterday
if
and
we had a
talk to
camp,
folks?
we'd have been right in this motherfucker talking like we doing now.
Y'all could have came, I promise you,
That
y'all
wasn't
could have
our-
came and talked to the whole
But see,
group
brothers
of
had to
people.
work. See, there's people doing different things. Like everybody's life ain't easy where you can jump up and go. Other people got things to do. This is our day to do what we do. Like I said, the real question is Because I know you want to ask that question, but the real question is where has our people? Why has it taken so long for our people to wake the fuck up? We've been woke the fuck up. The Bible woke us up. We've been trying to wake everybody up for a long time. We've been trying to teach everybody to get up and stand up and fight for a long time. We've been saying this shit for a long time. So it's not where we've been yesterday, it's where the hell everybody else been for years.
Yeah. Right.
Where the fuck is our people been?
That's true.
It's not us, honey. I know you want to try to throw it on us because we didn't come out yesterday, but we here today.
That was a legitimate question.
No, it's legit.
When I drove by, I was like, damn, you know what? I didn't see none of them out here yesterday trying to talk to nobody or nothing like. Let me pull over and let me ask. Like, why
you know what? And if we'd have been out here yesterday, and then the counter said, we would have said the same shit. I'd have been like, hey, at the end of the day, where the fuck y'all been? We've been waiting on this shit.
That's what I've been. Y'all should have been out here.
But I was shit. But see, I gotta work for this double. Like everybody else do, I gotta live and provide. So we got certain days that we come out. Get what I'm saying? We can't be out here every single day. You know what I mean?
I'm just saying because I know for at least I was here all day yesterday. 3 o'clock until they put that curfew down at 10:30. I didn't leave at 10 o'clock. I sat in my car by the police precinct and I wanted to see what y'all finna do if I don't go home at 10 o'clock. Ain't nothing. So then I was like, okay, well, what I did while I was there, I stood in front of the line. Please don't film me.
I can't get you on film?
I mean, I'll watch y'all videos, bro. That's why I'm not, you know what I'm saying?
She don't want to be we respect it.
No, I respect the message, but the way that y'all, not respect, the way that some of y'all people be delivering it, I don't agree with the way the message is delivered. That's just my opinion. But I stood there in front of the whole line. I didn't leave that line on Korean Vets Boulevard until 9 o'clock. They didn't send no police over here until 9 o'clock, okay? They had been fucking stuff up since 7. They did that on purpose. But I was sitting there, I was talking to these cops. I had a regular conversation like I'm having with y'all, and I'm like, okay, so why can't somebody, because I'm nobody. Don't nobody know who I am. I'm not, creation or organization. I know, but why can't he, that's my question, why can't he, I ain't saying all guys come out, but y'all, they could have said one of y'all representatives to come down there and have a dialogue with the police.
Oh, you saying like that? Oh, okay.
A dialogue, that's all I'm saying.
No, I get what you're saying. Oh, this is the organization. This is, okay, see, she thinking we're like a part of a bigger organization. Well, which we are, but we're not. But see, nobody can send us out because we're YSO. YSO.
I thought y'all was the Hebrew Israelites.
We are, but our name is YSO. Yahweh Shai Sanctified One. Yahweh Shai Sanctified One. Okay, so you might be getting us mistaken with like ISUBK. Like you know that group that be looking real militant and black?
Yes, with the,
was they out here?
They wear the same stuff.
No, they don't wear what we wear. They wear all black. They wear
no, I don't know them. The people, they wear the same thing. They wear the purple with the French.
Oh, you talking about
and they have the gold,
IUIC.
like the different little like.
Yeah, that's IUIC.
Damn, I'm sorry. I apologize. Y'all are not IUIC.
No, we're YSO.
I apologize.
No, I don't take offense.
I've been following them, so I'm like,
oh, you been following them?
Here yesterday. Well,
they normally do come around. They didn't come down to this.
They was not there yesterday.
Now that's that's I ain't trying, but that's normally they deal. They do the protests. They really do. Them and ISUBK, it's another group. They be looking militant. They be around the corner on the street. They look we're all black on.
Yes, sir.
They should have been out here because really they talk that shit.
You feel me? You talking all that
that's
stuff,
what
but where was you at? Because we
they
was
talk
out
that
here.
Shit.
We was out here.
We don't talk. No, we don't. We talk it differently. We talk it, but we don't talk it to the militant standpoint. We're to be like I said. We do the prophecy side of it. We can stand out here, like I said, now if the shit pop off right now, we don't give a fuck. We're going to stand out here and teach and preach.
Right.
We're going to teach when we teach. We're going to prophesy if we hear when they do it. But it's not our calling to come out here in the middle. We're not to be pushed off into the protesting side of it. There's groups that do that. That's their job. Everybody got a certain job they do. But that's not our side of the job. Our side is to bring out the straight scriptures and to talk about what's going on, which, like I said, we've been doing this for years. Where's everybody been? We've been saying it. We've been teaching and saying it, that our people need to wake the fuck up, stand the fuck up, and fight for what we want, or we ain't never gonna get it. Sitting and accepting it it's gonna do nothing. We didn't learn from Martin Luther King. We didn't learn from Malcolm X. We didn't learn that if you don't stand and fight for your shit, you ain't never gonna get shit. As long as you in another man's society, you accept everything he give you. You gonna just do that. Accept it. You gonna have to eat that shit bread that he give you because you're willing to accept it. But until we stand for it, nothing gonna change. Now I'll say that in front of anybody's fucking face. I don't care who it is. But I'm still only teach out of the Bible. We're not here to be militant. We're not gonna come up with the guns and we're not gonna do it. That's not our thing.
I didn't destroy a single thing yesterday. I stood right here and I was my face and I talked to every single person that was willing to talk to me according to their orders. They were not to talk to nobody.
God bless y'all, bro. I'm gonna see y'all again.
Yeah. Hey, make sure you come back next Sunday. We'll be back. Like I say, hey, every week you catch us on Sundays. We'll be here between the times 2 and up until about 6 or something.
Cool. All right,
So
y'all be good.
we'll be here. We've been here, like I said, for the last couple of weeks. We'll be here.
My next question, would be.
Hey, but you know what?
Yes,
Tell
sir.
you the difference between them is that they're the Black Hebrew Israelites. Have you ever heard of Black Hebrew Israelites?
Yes, sir.
Well, that's the Black Hebrew Israelites.
Right.
We're Hebrew Israelites. We don't subside to that.
I
black
was
shit.
about to ask about the terminology of black, and I was going to ask y'all about how y'all feel about a lot of our people nationalizing themselves as Moors. Is that what y'all are promoting as well, or no?
No, but some of our people do come from the Moors.
So how do your group, how y'all feel about that?
The word, when you question the word more, means black.
That's
Right.
it. It's all this stuff.
Right.
But it says, but we walked away from the identity of being black. You know where the black culture comes from. The black culture come with this. It doesn't come with nothing but just but destruction, negativity.
When you look up
So,
the word.
so now, by us being Israelites, we put off that negativity. We put off positive, right? We have a nationality now. Because being black was never nationality. It's a color out of a race.
It's a color. It ain't even really no
Exactly.
color.
No
Listen,
nation. It's not
I
a
did my
nation.
research.
It's
I
not
did
a
my
nation.
research.
So now, by us coming back to us being from the tribe of Judah or so-called message from the tribe of Issachar, now we have an identity. Now we know now we have culture. Now we have history. Because being black, we don't have history. Our history is what? Thanksgiving. That's not having to do with us.
Right. That's slavery.
Christmas.
That's slavery.
That's slavery.
It's all slavery.
Christmas ain't got nothing to do with us.
Slavery.
4th of July ain't got nothing to do with us. So what history does black people really have?
Nothing. And black, the history of black is slavery.
It's nothing but problem. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But being an Israelite, it brings you up from it. You know what I'm saying? It gives you a different look on life.
He said,
you know what I'm saying? The way
he said black folks
become free, become
we're still
royal.
enslaved.
You become back what you originally was.
Exactly.
Right? You were born a royal priesthood. Well, kings. We were born kings, and we were born
1 Peter 2 verse 9.
princess. Right? Because see, if you go into the word queen means to be a prostitute, a slut, a whore. The word queen, when you go into the etymology of the word,
Etymology. I got the app on my phone. Listen, I've been doing my research.
right, and it's spelled different.
Right.
It's just like nigger. They spell nigger Nigger. In the Bible, it's nigger. It's spelled Niger.
G-E-R, right.
It's still nigger.
It's the same thing.
It's not Niger. It's
Right,
nigger.
right.
It's always nigger. It don't change. So they changed the way the so-called white man has changed the way we use words.
Right.
So, but the word queen only means to be a prostitute. It means to be a woman.
Wow. Thank you.
That's why you think Queen Lil Kim always called herself the queen bitch. Right?
Nasty. I know about.
There you just said she nasty.
She nasty.
There you go. So that's why she the queen bitch.
Right.
She the nastiest of the bitches. You know what I mean? She the baddest bitch. That Trina, the baddest bitch. She the worst of the prostitutes. She a prostitute. But when you're a princess, the Lord tell you, go ahead.
2 Peter 2:9. The Lord knoweth how to deliver the godly out of temptation, and to reverse the unjust unto the days of judgment.
Y'all know online it says that this chart is inaccurate, right?
Who said that?
I can't tell you the exact people, but I do a lot of online research. I know you think I take that with a grain of salt, but
That's good to hear.
they say that this chart is incorrect.
Well, that's the okay. Once again, that goes back to the Black Hebrew Israelites, and you got the Hebrew Israelites. We just like our people, man. We always gonna have disagreements
Right.
until the Lord comes back, and that's a problem with us. Even when we in the scriptures, we all can't 100% agree. You get what I'm saying? So, but we know we all got one thing right about the scriptures is that we all are Hebrew Israelites. That we are the chosen people of the Bible. We are the Lord's chosen people. That one thing all Israelites got right. And that's one thing we definitely got. So in other words, you have your identity back.
Right.
Now you know that you're not a nigga, you're not a Negro, you're not black, you're not African American, you're not Afro American, you're not Afrocentric, whatever the fuck other name they want to call us. When you know you're not an African. You're not that. You don't even look like it. You might share the same color at times, a little bit, but your whole facial construct is fucking different.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I know that for sure. You can
Right.
tell an
The
African
fucking
from
skulls
somebody
is
that was
different.
born over
They-
here. You feel me?
Yeah, they did a
the
research.
head
You
is
can see
completely different.
totally different. They got a different vibe. They can't even move like we move
Right.
for the most part. You know what I mean? They shit is popping. It's off. It's just not right. They don't have that smoke. You know what I mean? Like we got that flavor that a lot of other people just ain't fucking got. You know? Go ahead.
This is 1 Peter 2:9. But ye are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, and a holy
Yes, so
nation.
we're a holy nation. You go back to the word holy means separate. So we're holy and separate people. We are not separate. Because we were to be separate from these other nations. From the so-called, we were supposed to be separate. We chose to integrate ourselves and to be as like them, and you see what happens. We get nothing but
Look at us.
nothing but horrible. This is horrible.
Look at us. Look
But
what we
that's
got
why
over
we need to mingle amongst our own. We need to mingle amongst our own people instead of despise one another. We need to know how to love one another. You know what I'm saying? That's why when the Bible talks about love your brother, love your neighbor, love yourself. Because neighbors are people that we live with. We don't live. Majority of people we don't live with something like that. We don't live with the Asian. We live with each other. So we need to treat each other with kindness. You know? Then we be able to grow something. But we're not gonna be able to grow unless we can't do that.
And really that word neighbor, when you go into that word, it means like-minded people that's like you. So in other words, that word neighbor, not only because out here all kind of people be our neighbors and shit, but neighbor is your nation, your kin folks, your kinsmen, meaning your brothers and sisters. We're neighbors. You know what I'm saying? We brothers. It's just no way of saying brothers and sisters because the so-called white man is not our fucking neighbor.
Absolutely not.
Right? No other nation on this earth is our fucking neighbor.
Absolutely not.
So it's just only us. And it's not only just the so-called Negro, but it's also, and a lot of people don't like to accept, it goes, and we just got to be talking to other brother about it. It goes down to the West Indies, to Puerto Ricans, to Cubans, all the way down to Zebulon, to over to the Mexicans. All right, so those are actually our brothers. Why? Look at the hell they go through. When you read in the Bible, it tells you that what is it? Well, he was, so I wasn't even trying to just go ahead.
Hosea 7:8. Ephraim, he hath mixed himself among the people.
Right.
Ephraim is a cake not turned.
It's like, so you know how you have pancakes, some can be dark, some can be light. Now, a lot of these people, the Northern Kingdom, the Puerto Ricans, the Mexicans, a lot of them, they were seized by the so-called white man. We all were seized. We all have one end at the end of the day.
Right.
It's the so-called white man. Every on this side, the so-called Native American, he has one enemy. The so-called Negro has one enemy. The so-called Dominican has one enemy. The so-called white man. We all been destroyed by this one man. You know what I'm saying? We all make up one nation. Go ahead.
Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 8. But because the Lord Yahweh loved you, and because he would keep the oath which he has sworn unto your fathers, hath the Lord Yahweh brought you out with a mighty hand and redeemed you out of the house of bondmen.
Exactly. So you know about Moses, right? We were the same people that walked through the Red Sea. The same as that people. So that's why you go back to the American, you look at the dollar, you know what I'm saying, got the Egypt. It represents that our captivity, us going back into Egypt, us going actually under the Africans. Right? That was our first African captivity. That's the people. And we all left there. So same thing how the Lord refers back to old Egypt, we're in new Egypt. And we're gonna be delivered out of this new Egypt coming up. This is why all this chaos is going on. All this coronavirus, all this protesting. This is all the beginning of the Lord, which we call Christ, coming back. He's saying, he's not coming as a white man. He's coming as so-called black man to redeem his people out of our condition.
And we say so-called black man. Because that's just only who we reference.
And continue, Lord brought you out of the mighty hand and redeemed you out of the house of bondmen, from the hand of Pharaoh, king of Egypt.
Exactly. So modern day Pharaoh will be the so-called white man. That's our modern day Pharaoh. That's our oppressor. And we need to be loose from it. Because you can't, I mean, if you think about it, if we was to go, I mean, our generation, my next generation after this, yeah, it'll be lost. You know, Michael Jr. be white, everybody be white.
How old are you?
I'm 18.
My opinion is already lost.
Yeah, it's already lost.
It's already lost.
But just going back down even more farther, it'll be just worse. You know what I'm saying? So we need some saving. You know what I'm saying? We need some type of deliverance from this verse. You know what I'm saying? Because it ain't gonna come from off of the so white man. He gonna keep it secret. Go ahead.
Verse 9. Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 9. Know, therefore, the Lord Yahweh, our God, He is our power, the faithful God, which keepeth covenant and mercy with them that love Him and keep His commandments to 1,000 generations.
So exactly. So the Lord, it's not we kept His commandments. Those laws that the Lord gave us, we will be in this. You'll have everything you want right now. You know what I'm saying? You have all the jewelry. You know what I'm saying? You'll be beautiful right now. You know what I'm saying? We'll be in our best of our best. We'll be kings. We'll be princesses. We'll be in the kingdom. We'll have all these things given to us. You know what I'm saying? But because we despise those laws of the Lord, we went against it. Now we're on the bottom. Now we ain't got a king. Now we got a law. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, you know, because remember, when we was in captivity, they used to put that pride in our heart. That's part of what they used to put in our back now. You know, and that's pride.
And to the fact that people are captivity, and the fact that we're going to master on our basic this arsenal, they used to put metal masses on the
I seen the pictures.
Exactly.
Yeah, she know.
I do my research. I just haven't fully gotten into it. I wasn't raised in religion. I wasn't raised on the Bible. I did go to David Lipscomb University for a couple of years. But from my understanding, my grandparents raised me with the Ten Commandments. They didn't call it the Ten Commandments. That was just how you do right by life. That's how you do right by people. You know what I'm saying? So,
And David Lipscomb ain't gonna teach you about this.
of course not. Listen, you gotta tell me. I like this, but I quit going to that school. The white folks was the devils. You
Hell yeah,
can't do
that's
that.
it.
I already know.
Hey, Jill, let me get the ticket place.
That's what it is.
And see, this is how we do prophecy. Ezekiel 37. The Lord said the dry bones, you know?
What guys said when they came over here, they called him the white man. That's it. First thing they start calling white man the devil.
Ezekiel 37, man, that's a big prophecy.
Because who can come and do that shit that he did to the whole nation of people? What the fuck can you call somebody who did what he did?
They're still doing it.
They still
What you
continue
mean?
to do
They're
I'm
still doing it.
But the inception, the beginning of
Right,
it. You know what I
right.
mean? To even to have the thought to conceive it and then
Right.
to put that shit into action.
It's trash.
Just
Like,
from the very beginning of the conception of slavery to have that fucking thought. That's the devil. Only a devil can think in that manner.
I want to ask you a question. I left before I was talking to that brother. The reason why Hebrew Israelites don't go out happened to do with them fighting us.
so what?
Half the people that was out there
Uh-huh.
protesting yesterday, if we would have said something about white men, they would have been fighting against us.
Because they did too, if they were joined in. Wow, you almost busted out. Damn, too bad.
Let him bust his ass.
But see, they done joined hand in hand.
Yeah, they done.
Clearly, you need to get off. What did you do? You're going to hurt yourself.
They joined hand in hand with each other. Yesterday I was hearing on the video, we all got the same blood.
Who said that?
That's what the video was saying.
Oh, listen, what nobody paying no kind of attention to them speakers because they wasn't trying to hear that. Everybody was angry yesterday. You lost your hand. Look, you can get that damn scooter arrested, bro. Get that hat. That's a nice hat now. Come back and get it.
Ezekiel chapter 37 verse 1. The hand of the Lord Yahweh was upon me and carried me out. In the spirit of the Lord Yahweh, and set me down in the midst of the valley, which was full of bones. Ezekiel 37 verse 2. And caused me to pass by them roundabout, and behold, there were very many in the open valley.
That's like a lot of our people are dry bones. They're like spiritually dead. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't understand where they are. They don't know what's going on. They just living life as a so-called black man or whatever. They just going through with the motion. get you awake of what's going on, or really what's actually going on in the world, so they'll be considered those dry bones. Go ahead.
And lo, they were very dry.
Yeah.
Ezekiel 37:3. And he said unto me, Son of man, can these bones live? And I answered, O Lord Yahweh, our power, thou knowest. Again, he said unto me, prophesy upon these bones, and say unto them, O ye dry bones, hear the word of the Lord Yahweh.
So let's speak in our people. So what turn our people hear the word of the Most High? Know Yahweh, who you would call God. That's the name of the Lord. Because even that, we lost the name of our power. Like, we call him God, or some of our people going to being Muslims, we call him Allah, which the word, only thing Allah in the Hebrew goes back to the word power. But we understand, no, the Heavenly Father has a name, which would be Yahweh in the Hebrew. That's the pure term that we use the lost one for Dutch. Go ahead.
Ezekiel 37:5. Thus said the Lord Yahweh, our power, unto these bones, behold, I will cause breath to enter into you, and ye shall live.
So there's going to be a time and point where our people going to somewhat get understanding and know that, you know what, I'm not black, I'm an Israelite. Just that simple fact of the matter. That's prophecy that's happening, because our people haven't been, we haven't had our identity for a long time, because we lost it. Especially going back to the 1700s when we got destroyed. Some white men came in just out of West Coast of Africa, Brunswick, and Americans. We didn't know who the hell we were. We lost everything. But it's now having to be in this time, going back to the 60s. We started getting our members on who we are. Double dry bones started getting white. Now white. It started being strong back in
Ezekiel 37:6. And I will lay sinew upon you, and will bring up flesh upon you, and cover you with skin, and put breath in you, and ye shall live, and ye shall know that I am the Lord Yahweh.
Exactly. So we're gonna know who our power is. We're gonna understand, know that God ain't a super white. We're gonna understand, know that his name ain't Jesus. We're gonna understand, know that you will give me we're getting ready to enter into a kingdom that's for us. You know what I'm saying? A point in time when we were at the bottom, we're gonna be the top. There's a point in time that when Jews look down and be nothing, when you just look down and be a nigga, well, it's gonna be a time people will come into you, asking you for forgiveness, giving you gifts. You know what I'm saying? Because we've been so put down low, we can't think of ourselves being in a position of power. We've been so much on the bottom. We accept that.
Ezekiel 37:7. So I prophesied as I was commanded, and as I prophesied, there was a noise, and behold, a shaking, and the bone came together.
They said the bones started coming together. So now the tribes started waking up. They started understanding who they are. And this was happening now. So this was back. Think about Ezekiel was thousands of years ago, long time ago. This is prophecy that he got, because he knew he got a vision and seen that our people are going to forget who they are. So it's going to be forgetful of the mind that who we craft people. So now this is that big awakening, that big shaking that's going on spiritually. Because there's a lot of our people that know they're Israelites. So the fact that matters, like the one brother came up, he knew who he was. And we didn't even finish around the accept. So there's a lot of people understand and know who their enemies are. Well, there's some white man, he the devil. You know what I'm saying? Those are things that's prophecy in the Bible that's happening. We've been speaking it for so long, it's coming to pass. And it's like the Bible is not a light. It has certain history things. It's a collection of books. And you can go back to history. Like the Syrians, it's in the Bible. You better read that in the Kings. There's certain small history points and equals in the Bible that you can go back to and goes back to actual history. You know what I'm saying? This is where this book.
You can find the Iran, the Persians, the day of Persia. You go in there, some day in the Bible. It talks about the Persians. It talks about us being under captivity under the Iranians.
The same Bible that we have right now.
Say that again.
The same Bible that we have right now.
The same Bible that we reading of right now.
Because
The King James. Well, this is a Hebrew and Greek. But this is the King James 1611 study Hebrew.
how are y'all so confident in the King James version of the Bible if y'all know that the original text, they stole a whole bunch of stuff out of it, and that's proof credit. Y'all don't believe that?
Well, see, to understand, what a lot of people's drawback. That's the point of keeping you away from the Bible, is to make you feel and think that they took it and ripped a lot of shit out of it that's not there. Because the Lord don't let the Lord words don't come back vain. So there's everything that is needed, that we need to know, is right in here. Right? It's just like the color of the Lord. You can go through here. There's many chapters in here. Whether you go to Job, you go to Solomon, you go to Revelation, you go to Daniel, you can find out the color of the angels. If you go to Ezekiel, the first chapter, it'll tell you that they were dark skinned, that the angels had a dark skin tone. So if you got to think about this, if they had ripped everything out of here for us not to know, and there's a Bible they did that too, but I'm gonna say that after this. But if they'd have ripped all that out of here, then when I'm gonna read here, right quick. This is Job. Just quick. I'm trying to just get the first book I can get to after a minute. This is Job. This is Job 30, verse 30. He says, my skin, right? It's what you got, right?
Yeah.
I'll wait for you to move.
Go ahead.
Hold on. But he say, for Job 30 and 30, this is the Bible, what you like you said, that they take it out of it, right? Okay, now you gotta think about it. They really wanted to rip all this shit out of it. It's not the truth. It wouldn't be here. They wouldn't have this in here. My skin is black upon me, right? And my bones are burned with heat. My heart also is turned to mourning, and my organ into the voice of them that weep. Are we not doing that now? Are we not mourning and weeping now? Is this not the cause of the man getting murdered? How many of our brothers have been murdered and killed? Are we not mourning and weeping now? That's what Job means. In Job's time, he was mourning, right? He was suffering. He was going through, he had the bulls. The Lord had Satan's temper, right? But he told you that my skin is black. Well, you're black today, right? You're considered a black man. I'm considered a black man. Job also is considered to be a black man. You go into that word, into the Hebrew, that word means dark skin. We're dark skinned people. We're dark, yeah, we're dark. We're dark skinned people. That's all it means. So to be black is all it means to be a dark skinned, melanated man or woman or child. So that's just only one instance. And then you can also go. Now this is when you start understanding the Bible is different than what you see on everyday life, other than what the so-called white man show in the churches. Rather than they mirror.
I went to school last.
Yeah,
you
right.
know I know better than anybody.
So other than that bullshit that they see, that phony fake shit, right? You can go to Solomon.
Hey, stop. Don't do that.
What is that? Solomon 1 and 5.
Don't do that. You can't take no pictures of it. Don't do that.
You go to Psalms. You go to.
Yeah, please don't take my
pictures.
picture. I didn't ask for you to take my picture.
No. Hey, don't come
You
so
said what?
confused. Don't come so confused.
What
Just
you
don't take
said?
anybody's
I
picture.
literally don't
Don't
take
come
my
so
picture.
confused.
No,
Hey, don't worry about it. Hey, look right
What?
here. Hey,
Don't
worry
take
about
my
it.
picture.
Don't worry. Hey, sister, don't worry about it. Hey, look. Hey, sister, let me just finish.
I don't care if I'm in public or not. Don't take my picture. If I wanted to be on camera, I would be standing in front of that stuff. Don't take my fucking picture. I don't give a fuck what the law is. If I wanted to be on camera, I would be in front of their camera. I don't give two shits what you are. Don't take my picture.
You can have respect.
Don't take my picture. You can at least ask. You can at least ask.
Out of disrespect, if the woman don't want her picture taken, we ask you not to take her picture.
You could have asked before you
Just
took
don't-
my picture,
All right,
because they asked.
But we also ask you not to take our picture. Just don't take the picture. It's just out of straight respect. But see, you don't care, right? You don't want to get that. Wait. You don't want to get that respect. You don't want to get that respect.
Nobody gives two fucks
We don't
about
want
what
you to
your
take our
job
picture.
is. You can be decent and you can say, hey, would you like me to
It's
take
our
your
right not to have our
picture?
picture taken. See, but you know what? This is why. But see, now, sister. No,
Hey,
sister.
that's what I'm gonna
Hey,
tell you.
but it's
It ain't
okay.
your fucking day, bro. Don't do me.
Hey.
You can be courteous. I don't care about your job. You can ask me if I want my picture taken.
I don't have to.
Hey, you see how the devil comes through.
This Satan, man.
Hey,
See,
the
this
devil
get
comes
into
through.
this
Hey, sister, don't even walk that way. Hey, sister, come back this way. Sister. Hey.
Yes, you do.
Hey, sister.
If it's your job to take somebody's picture, you better ask first.
Hey, sister, come
What's
back
wrong
this
with
way.
you? What is wrong with you? It don't matter.
Hey, this is for the subordinated devil.
Why are you yelling at me?
Because, bro, you mad disrespectful.
Hit it up.
You mad disrespectful. Ask me
Your
first.
father,
The devil.
and the lust of your father,
He's the
he
one.
will do.
I ain't that
He
bitch.
was a murderer from the beginning.
God, that's right. That's right.
It's like he's what?
I said, ask me first.
He's a devil.
Who is you yelling at?
Hey, Esau. Hey, Esau. Hey, Esau, you the devil. Hey, you the devil. Hey, you the devil.
Hey, Jordan, man.
That's you.
Hey, man, you a devil, man. You a devil, man. Hey, you the devil. You the devil. You the devil.
You the devil.
You the devil. You the devil. You the devil.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you to walk up here. Hey,
Don't you
I'm
get
gonna hey, I'm gonna tell you.
You
You
lucky
the
you
devil.
got
One thing.
me
No, no. Hey, one thing. Don't walk up here. Don't walk. It's a public place. Don't walk up on us. I don't care about that shit. Don't walk up on us. Don't walk up on us. No, chill out.
I'm keeping social distance.
You the devil.
I am way more than
You the devil.
I said I need some help. I'm trying to do it. Charge it. Charge it.
Hey, go get that safety picture. Get that safety picture.
Charge it. Need charge it.
Put them safety pictures up.
Oh, it is.
Keep taking
I'll take pictures of
Let
slavery.
them take pictures. Come on, it ain't fucking. Come on, fuck you, man.
Hey, take pay this white boy. Hey, take pay this white boy. Hey, this thing's like Hey, say John. Say John 8:44.
He might be the agent, man.
Ye are of your father, the devil.
You are your father, the devil.
And the lust of your father ye will
And the
do.
lust of your father you will do. Go
He was
ahead.
a murderer from the beginning.
He was a murderer from the beginning.
And abide not in the truth.
And you abide not in the truth. Go ahead.
Because there is no truth in him.
And there's no truth in his devil. Go
When he
ahead.
speaketh a lie, he is what
Where
he
the fuck
speaks.
your man?
It's just all. He's still on his phone because he's the devil. Go
But
ahead.
he is a liar and the father
It's
of
like so white man's the father of all lies and all
This ain't my
deceit.
shit.
Go ahead.
Y'all cut this shit.
every time I tell you the truth, he believes me
It's
not.
not because we tell you believe me not, so you the devil, man. Have
right.
everyday Satan. Alright, you
right.
the devil. Take a picture of this, man. Alright, the most you gonna get slayed.
You gonna be destroyed, man.
Boy. Hey, read it again. Same scripture over again, bro.
John 8:44.
Yup.
Ye are of your father, the devil.
You're your father, the devil. Go
And the
ahead.
lust of your father ye will
And the
do.
lust of the father you do. It's like what does Satan do? Satan brings forth confusion.
That's right.
He brings forth confusion and wickedness. That's what he does. This is his job. His job is to stop the word of the Lord. Go ahead.
He was a murderer from the
He was
beginning.
a murderer from the beginning, so you killed my brown because you're the devil. Alright? You killed all these innocent black men because you're the devil. Your people are the devil. That's right.
And ye are of the father, the devil.
Yeah.
And the lust of your father ye will do.
Yeah, this look at this man. He's a devil. This brings confused. We trying to the system. You come up here during the work. Go ahead.
He was a murderer from the beginning.
Yeah, murder from the beginning. All you did was rape, rob, and murder. What about the so-called?
right.
What about so-called Native American?
Rape, robbed, and murdered.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did.
that
It's your
motherfucker got
forefathers.
kids in his basement
It's
right
your
now.
forefathers.
I don't have any.
It was your forefathers.
I don't have
It was your forefathers that did it. It was your forefathers that did it. You gonna pay for that shit. You gonna pay for that shit. Go ahead, read it again.
Esau.
Ye are
Genesis
of
25
your
verse
father,
20.
the devil.
Esau.
Yeah,
Friends
go ahead.
with a
And,
lie.
Red double,
and the
double,
lust
double.
of your father
And we see
ye
you
will
double,
do.
double.
He was a
you
murderer
say
from the
you
beginning.
fucking devil.
And abide not in the truth.
It's like you abide not in the truth.
That's called prejudice.
I don't. When you what is that? Hey, Hey man, fuck this devil, man. Hey man, fuck this devil.
Hey, I dare you walk up on me.
Hey, fuck this devil, man.
I dare
Hey
you.
man, fuck this devil. Hey,
fuck
Jake.
your route.
Hey,
You
black
come
man.
up in
Hey,
my
black
shit.
man.
Hey, my
Hey, black man. Hey, look at
Hey,
this.
my
Question,
shit.
man.
Hey,
You the devil.
Yeah, you going somewhere else. Hey, this is why you gotta stop.
He the devil.
Right?
He the devil.
You don't know who I
He the
know.
devil. Get that
You
devil.
don't know who
Give
I
a
know.
fuck about who you
care.
know.
You
don't know what I
Give
know.
a shit about you. Nobody give a fuck about who you know, nigga. I
Hey, get the
know
devil.
people.
Hey, it's all on the devil, man. We are the devil. You the devil.
Romans chapter 9, verses 13. As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau
Have I hated? That's right.
Hey, this no God
That's
hates
right.
you, man. This is why God hates you, because you're the devil. You come up trying to handle us from teaching the word. We ain't following nobody.
We asked you not to take pictures of us, and you taking pictures. We ain't got the camera on you. We might off camera. You come up fucking with us. You come up fucking with us. You come here fucking with us, man. No, you come here fucking with us. We're minding our business. We teaching the system. You come up here with this bullshit, taking pictures. We asked you not to. We asked you not to.
You can't put on the public.
But when somebody, but see, it's about respect factor. But see, that's what your people learn. You don't have to do.
No, you're not.
Respecting us is when we said, hold on, sister. Respect was that don't take our picture. Respect is don't take our picture. Don't take my picture. Fuck your right, motherfucker. It's a thing called respect. Right, respect and rights is two different things, dickhead. If you respect a man, when a man asks you not to do something, you give him that respect. Bitch, the only reason why you able to stand right here right now is because if we fucked you up, the motherfucking centurions will be here real quick. Huh? So hold on. So I can scare you out, I'm gonna get closer to you, bitch.
Oh, you walking up on me? Y'all coming up on me
I'm gonna
now.
tell you something. Because the very
coming
first
up on me. You're doing what you told me not to do.
Because I'm telling you,
You're doing what you told me not to do.
The very first thing that you're doing.
You got rights,
You
I
lack the
don't have
respect.
rights.
It don't fucking matter what
You
it goes.
got rights,
Bitch,
and I
you lack
don't.
the regular
That's
person
the way
give
it
respect. That's why the shit is happening the way it is now.
You coming up
That's
on
why
me?
you motherfuckers gotta
Coming up
die.
on me?
That's why
John,
you
ain't
doing whole
doing
fucking shit gotta die. Because of what you
You
are.
gotta die.
You a dirty, disrespectful
Gotta die.
bastard, you bitch. You see it in my face, ho.
Hey.
You a red fucking devil.
Kill me for being
Revelation
Fuck you.
13 and
You kill my
9.
people
If any
for
man
fucking
have an ear, let him hear.
Fuck you.
He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity.
That leads to captivity.
Exactly.
He that leads into captivity shall go into captivity. See, this is why some white man gotta go into captivity. This is that reason why we gonna have you in chains. Because you do shit like this, man. You always fuck with somebody, man.
It's all right. Fuck you. Say Joe, man.
He that leadeth into captivity
shall
Go into captivity.
He that
Killing with a sword must be killed with a sword.
Here's the patience and the faith of the saints.
That's right.
Go get back to where you from.
That's it. Hey, let me get Joe chapter 30, man. Let me get Joe 30.
Dirty devil. Ho.
Let me get Joe. It's why the Lord hates you. Hey, white boy, look at me. Hey, when the Lord come back, just know you're gonna be a slave. Just know you're gonna be a slave, boy.
That's right.
He ain't white, he's
You
red.
ain't, you gonna
Call
be a
that
slave,
bitch
boy.
what he is. That bitch red.
Esau.
Man. That's what you gotta know. All right, when the
That
Lord
bitch
come
is
back,
red.
you record
Bitch
all you
ain't
want. Record all you want, man. It don't matter. Go ahead.
Job,
Yeah, go ahead, get Joe 30.
Job 30, verses 30. My skin.
No, Joe 30. Joe 30.
God. Job 30, verses 1.
Fucking with somebody.
But now they that are younger than I have me in the derision, whose fathers I would have disdained to.
Yeah, this is the Bible talking about you. The Bible says that you're so profane that Job didn't want his dogs to be around. How does that make you feel? Huh? You so profane as a person. Job didn't want his dogs to be around.
know anything about me except the color of
To
my
have sat with the dogs of my flock.
Yup.
Yea, whereto might the strength of their hands profit me, in whom old age was perished. Verses 3, Job 30, verses 3.
Let me get St. John 10 and 10.
For want and famine they were solitary, fleeing into the wilderness.
Yeah, so you were fleeing to the wilderness. You were a cave beast at a point in time. You were just nothing but just a dirty dog. You know what I'm saying? You ain't nothing. You an Edomite. You're the bottomest of the bottom.
That's right.
You're the bottom of the barrel. Only reason why you on the top right now is because the Lord gave you that.
That's
but when
right.
the Lord brings you down, we're gonna be over you.
That's why they come.
We're gonna be over you. We're gonna be over you.
damn
You
straight.
gonna be
It's
my
all
slave.
about
You
Hey,
gonna
hey,
be her
hey,
personal
hey,
slave.
no, go ahead.
In former
That's her
time,
personal slave.
desolate
I'm
and
giving-
waste.
That's her personal
Yeah,
slave.
come.
Verse
These are
4,
slave.
who cut up melons
Gonna give it to you.
by the bushes
Yup.
in the Jupiter root.
Yeah, you used to eat poison. You were so profane that the Lord had poison for you to eat. That's how profane the white race are, man. You see,
White
do you not see,
Okay.
do you not see your
So
track
you hate
history?
white people.
Oh
came
yeah,
up
we
here
hate you.
looking for it.
We hate you with a passion.
Because of what you did.
What you do?
About this.
What about the so-called Native American?
Inside,
What did you do to the so-called Native American? What did you do to the so-called Native American?
You just hate them because they're white.
What did you do?
Is that
What did you
right?
do to the so-called Native American? What did your people do to the so-called Native American? You killed them so much.
Slaughtered them.
Kill
Slaughtered them.
It's so, hey, Joe, let me get Isaiah
Did not
14:21.
kill, rape,
Isaiah 14:21.
pillage
Go ahead.
anybody.
For their meat
I was just
that
walking
was
down the
driven
sidewalk.
forth from among
just
men,
walking down
they
the
cried
street is all I
after
was
them
doing.
as after a thief,
Yup.
to dwell in the cleft of the valleys and caves of the earth.
Yes, so all you saw white people to go back to where you belong. Over there,
us
over
white
there,
in the
over there,
caves.
over there. You know, over there in the
Your
Festival
ass need to
Rocks.
go back to wherever the fuck
Take your
you
ass
came
back where you
from.
belong.
That is all your problems. You did.
Young people raping
It's Isaiah 14:21. Prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their father,
You could have asked
that
the
they
question.
do not rise.
That's fucking respect.
Isaiah 14:21. Prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their father.
Hey, wait, read that scripture again.
Prepare slaughter
For his children.
for the iniquity of their
So the
father.
Lord said, prepare slaughter for the children of Israel for the iniquity of your fathers. For the sin that your forefathers did, you got to pay for it. And it's in the Bible. It's called come out of the Bible. Go ahead, read it again.
Prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their
So
father.
prepare slaughter for Mike Brown.
right.
Prepare slaughter for Trayvon Martin. Prepare slaughter for all the men, the so-called innocent black men that you killed. Prepare slaughter, man. Go ahead.
That's what they did. They called
God bless you,
That-
brothers. God
that-
bless America. God
That
bless
they
you.
do not rise nor possess the land nor fill the faces of the world with their cities.
Exactly. No one fed their faces in the world with cities, man. All right, because see, we're going to preach where y'all about Shema shot no matter what.
That's
All
right.
Let me get Jeremiah 1:19, man. Jeremiah 1:17. Jeremiah 1:17. Jeremiah 1:17, man. Because all we do, we preach the word of the Lord, and this man come up hindering us.
Right.
We ain't bother nobody. We ain't say nothing to nobody. We talking to her. He come up trying to record us, invading our privacy. We told you not to.
You don't have privacy. You're in the public place.
Jeremiah
We told you not to read.
1 verse
You're in the
17.
public place.
Thou therefore gird up thy loins and arise and speak unto them all that I command thee.
So the Lord told Jeremiah to speak all the words of the Lord, the Most High commanded us. And we're going to speak the words of the Most High. We're going to tell someone to his face going to captivity. We don't care. This is the Bible. We're going to pull out your track history on you. Because you are the devil according to the scriptures.
That's
We're not
right.
gonna stop. And the only way for you to stop us to kill
I'm not the devil.
If you can't kill us, we're going to be here every week preaching the
not
word.
the
We
devil.
don't
That's
care.
right.
Read it again. Go ahead, man.
God,
ahead.
be not dismayed at their faces,
Yeah, do we just made that face? They call the police. We don't give a fuck. Go ahead.
lest I confound thee before them.
Yup.
Verse 18,
Yup.
for behold, I have made thee
Yup.
this day
Yup.
a defense city.
Yeah, see, the Most High made us a defense city. The Lord made us a defense city. We're defended by the angels of the Lord. All right, we're not afraid of somebody. Go ahead.
And an iron pillar.
Yeah, we're an iron pillar. We're stable. See, the Most High has our back, man. All right, y'all busting outsides with us. All right, we don't. Hey, let me get Romans 8 and 31, man. Romans 8 and 31. Go ahead.
And brazen walls
Yup.
against the whole land.
Yeah, see, we're a brazen wall against the whole entire land. All right, we're protected by the Heavenly Father. The Most High has us protected in our wings, man. That's why Psalm 91 says what? In Him we trust. We trust in Yahweh, Yahweh.
That's right. And the king of Judah
Yup.
against the princes, therefore against the priests
Yup.
thereof, and against the people of the land.
So we're a praise city. We're protected by the Lord against the people there, against the non-Israelites, against the heathen, against the enemy. All right, go ahead.
God. Jeremiah chapter 1 verse 19. And they shall fight against thee,
Yup.
but they shall not prevail against
We
thee.
gotta get out. We gotta get out. We gotta get out.
God. Jeremiah 1 verse 19.
Yup.
And they shall fight against thee.
Yes, so they're gonna fight against us. They're gonna try to stop this word the Most High come up. They're gonna try to stop us. We must preach the truth to our people, let them know who they are according to the Bible.
Come.
All right? Go read it again now. Read
God.
it again.
Jeremiah chapter 1 verse 19.
Yup.
And they shall fight against thee,
Yup.
but they shall not
Yeah,
prevail.
they still trying to fight against us. They're gonna try to stand and say that we do all this. Well, all we do is preach the word of the Lord.
Yes, God. Jeremiah chapter 1 verse 19.
Yup.
And they shall fight against
They're
thee.
gonna try to fight against us. They're gonna try to come against us. And brothers, when things like this happen, when police get ready to roll us, don't be afraid, man.
God.
This is what we live for, man. We live and we die in Yahweh Shai, man.
That's
right.
Neither life or death. That's why Paul said, neither life or death. It can't nothing but swear from the Lord, man. We 100% believe in this thing.
God. Jeremiah chapter 1 verse 19.
Yup.
And they shall fight against thee,
Yup.
but they shall not
You're
prevail.
not gonna win. You can try to fight against all you want. You can record us all you want. You can say what you want all you want, but you can't prevail against things of the Most High.
That's
God
right.
blessing y'all shine is dwelling in here, man.
That's right.
Prevail against thee,
Yup.
For I am with thee.
So the Most High is with us. See, we got the ultimate power. It's invisible. You can't see it. No, the Most High is with us. No, Yahweh Shai is here. No, the Most High is here, man. He's with us. He ain't with you. He's on our side, man. Hey, read that part again, now.
God.
Read that part again.
Jeremiah chapter 1, verse 19.
Yep.
And they shall fight against thee,
Yep.
but they shall not prevail against thee.
Yep.
For I am with thee, said the Lord.
Hey, all you brothers
Yahweh.
out there that's enduring this affliction, that's doing the work of the Most High, know that Yahweh Shai is with you.
That's
the Lord
right.
sees your works and labors of love, and therefore we're going to be delivered out of America, man.
Keep pushing the truth.
Captivity that we have been served in, man. Right? Stay in the spirit. Don't let these devils sway you off from doing the work of the Lord.
That's right.
So the Most High, the word of the Lord must go on, man. Alright, neither life or death. The only way they can stop us from doing this is by killing us. And that's it. And we ready to die for this shit, man.
That's
now,
right.
y'all live. It's like for us, we'll do the same, man. Ain't nothing gonna stop us, man.
Good.
We didn't get out.
Good. Jeremiah chapter 1, verse 19. And they shall fight against thee, but they shall not
They
prevail.
can't fight it. They can't stop us from doing this work.
Romans 8:31. But what shall we then say to these things?
What shall we say to these things?
If the Most High be for us,
Yes,
who
y'all shall be up before us, man.
who can be against
All the
us?
apostles of the great millstone, man. All you brothers out there laying for the Lord, man. The Most High is with us. Who can be against us, man?
That's right.
Who can stand against us? Nobody, man.
What shall we then say to these things?
Yeah.
If the Most High be for us, who can be against
Hey, who
us?
can be against us, man? Nobody. Go ahead.
He that spreadeth not his own son, but delivereth him up from us all.
Yes,
How?
so Yahweh Shai live, the Most High live his son, man. Yahweh, what's up? Go ahead. The Most High live his son, Yahweh Shai, for our sakes, man. So we can stand this very day and preach his testimony, man. So we can give a witness to the nations on their destruction and on who we are, man. Go ahead.
How shall he not with him also freely give us all
And
things?
through this, we're going to be freely given all things.
That's
We're going
right.
to see the kingdom of heaven. All right, we're going to be the rulers of the planet Earth. All right, go ahead.
Who shall lay anything to the charge of the Most High's elect?
And who shall lay anything to the charge of the Most High's elect, man? All right, go ahead.
It is the Most High that justifies.
It's the Most High that justified. The Most High justified us. Go ahead.
Who is he that commandeth it? Is the Mashiach that died, yea, rather that is risen again,
Yup.
who is even at the right hand of the Most High,
Exactly.
who also maketh intercession for us.
Yup.
Who shall separate us from the love of the Mashiach?
Who's to separate us from love of Yahweh Shai, man? Who gonna separate us from our power?
Don't record.
No, hey,
Don't
hey,
record.
Hey, brothers, hey,
Don't take
let
no
it go.
Let it go.
Hey, let it go. Let it go. Read it again. Read that scripture again, bro.
Who shall separate us from the love of Yahushua?
Yup.
Shall tribulation or distress or persecution
Yes,
or
or
famine?
tribulation or distress or persecution or famine. Because, brother, we're gonna see persecution, man. It's only gonna get worse.
That's right.
This is why Romans 12 says what? This our reasonable service to serve Yahweh Shai.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Or persecution or famine or nakedness or peril or sword? As it is written, for thy sake we are killed all the
Yeah,
day
man,
long.
the Lord said we'll kill all the day long, man. We go through all this shit. Hey, man, look,
yelling at
we go
me.
through all this shit.
Go
Don't see the
back
kingdom of the
where you
Most High.
came from.
Everything that we doing is being calculated, man. The heavens are on our side. Go ahead.
We are accounted as sheep for the
Yeah,
slaughter.
we count that shit for the slaughter, man. We just going through the motions.
Good.
Go ahead.
Nay, in all these things we are more than
Conquerors.
conquerors through him that love us.
So through all these things we're gonna be overcome because through him that loves us, man. So we go into a time when we get grabbed up, we get put up in the countries, can't smell the doing. And if you die, man, Yahweh Shai loves you, man.
That's
If
right.
You died over honor, you represent yourself as an Israelite man. Ain't no shame in knowing who you are. Ain't no shame in taking pride of being an Israelite. Ain't no shame in dying in the name of Yahweh Shai, man.
Good.
That's right.
I gotta end it off.
How about Shimon Shah Barakatah? That's a spirit. Yahweh, Bashim, Yahushua, Bashim, Kwakadash.
Shalom.
Shalom.
All right, let's pack it up.
Oh, fuck.
Set.
Press that. Press finish. Finish.